Osbo. Hello, Joanne. Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. So happy to see everyone. So today we are going to talk about everything that's going on because insanity has entered the chat. But when and this in reality, when has insanity not entered the chat? Hello, Blue. When has insanity not entered the chat? The insanity is always entering the chat. So I have accepted the insanity of my situation. Hello, Vicky. Hello, Fly High. Oh, yeah, there is a lot of insanity. I have watched a little of the video of 82, and we're going to address it because obviously I'm not surprised that people are gonna have different emotion concerning me and Lacey and my stance on it all. And I'm gonna again explain my situation pretty clearly and say to people who exactly I will be taking into consideration when they give me some type of feedback. Hello, Sigrid, because there's a lot of people that don't deserve for me to listen to their feedback. L star, like there's a lot of people. So I'm gonna explain something because I saw that there is one of my subscribers that is trying to write to me a message that they're disappointed, but then every time they remove the message. Yo, no comment, Blue Bella, no comment. Hello, dropping the tea. So guys, give me 1 second. I'm coming back. Hello, 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 hello. Sorry for the wait. But yeah, no. Yes, we're going to talk a little about Ralph. I have not put his name on my title because I'm not that invested. Like when I was watching his video and hearing him saying that he was going to call a lawyer for me if I put his name on the video, actually made me want to put his name on the video even more. But I'm not invested enough in what he's doing to even know where to put his name on my title. But yeah, no, Ralph is cuckoo. Cuckoo for Cocoa Puff. I didn't know being Canadian meant I needed to know every Canadian on this planet. Hello, Polo. Shout out to Polo. Thank you, Polo. Make it rain if you love your owl. So yeah, LGWall Kitchen. Let's talk about the situation with Lacey a little. Like I said, I don't have much to say because I think I've already addressed the whole situation. But let me readdress it a little. So first of all, I am not trying to convince anyone of anything. You make your own decision. You're a fucking adult, okay? I know that my channel's kind of change with time, and I became more into punishing people, but that has never been really part of my personality. I was being influenced by the black tea sector, and that is not a good influence to have on you. Like it's really not, because you start condemning people and then forgiving other people, but then condemning the person for the same thing that you forgave the other person. And basically you're only doing what you're doing because you like or you dislike someone. I can't do it. Okay. It's so not part of my personality. I don't like doing it, and therefore I'm not doing it. Now, because like I said, most of the thing is I'm talking about 82's video, and everyone knows like I like 82. I have no problem with 82. He may have a problem with me now, which is fine by me. Hello, Chicago girl. Because at the end of the day, I will do what I want. And like I said, I think there are some people that can actually come and confront me, I suppose, and ask me questions. And 82 is not one of them. So why is that he's not one of them? Is because first of all, 82 was or is still really comfortable with people calling me maggot. He may have never called me maggot, but the moment that you're comfortable or okay with people calling me maggot, there is no reason for me to stand up for none of y'all. Like, there's a lot of people that I appreciate, and I'm sure they don't appreciate me anymore. Okay. Like, I like roast tea. That's about the only person that I know that had a direct confrontation with Lacey that I did like. Most of the other one, I don't like them. I do like Cat Medusa, but at the end of the day, those are all people that are comfortable around other people who call me maggot. Who are they to tell me what is acceptable, what is not acceptable? Because me as a black woman being called maggot should not be acceptable. And let's be clear again, because I have been thinking about it all. The only white person in this sector who has not called me maggot is Lacey. Even dropping the T when she was when dropping the T was pro Danny, she used to call me maggot. So Danny has made it really comfortable for a lot of people of different ethnicity to call a black woman maggot. I appreciate everyone that told me that they were sorry, that it was not okay to do that. But at the end of the day, something in the past happened. You were cool with me being called maggot. You called me maggot, whatever the fuck. Why is it that we're not supposed to give that same type of kindness to Lacey? And as I keep on repeating, Lacey is the only white person in this sector who hasn't called me maggot. Hello, little Miss Thingy. Dropping the T never called me a monkey. That is extremely problematic. Please don't be saying weird shit like that in my chat. Hello, Maria. So yeah, no, I was never. She never called me a monkey. But let's be clear: the number of people who call me maggot. The moment you're cool with someone calling me maggot near you, you don't get to tell me who I cannot talk to. Like, that is really my thought process. That's why there is really little people that I will take into consideration what they have to say, because I'm like, you were cool with me being called maggot. Why should I care that you were called whatever the fuck you were called when you were in the boxing sector? Another part of it is the whole boxing sector to any of it all. The boxing sector is a basura place, okay? Like, this is something that I actually really believe. Like, the boxing sector, I will not be condemning people's sins that they had on the boxing sector, because the boxing sector is literally where humanity goes to die. No, okay, maybe I am exaggerating when I say that. But like I said, people call Lacey a bunch of disgusting name in this sector. She called people a bunch of disgusting name in this sector. It's not up to me to accept an apology for what happened in that sector. The people that she insulted, they are the one who deserve an apology, and they should apologize to her too if they say something disgusting. But at the end of the day, I'm not here to force people to apologize to one another. That's not my job. Hello, Asher. That's not my job. Okay, one, two. Like I said, I think the boxing sector is basura. Okay. If you're cool with someone in the boxing sector, then most likely than not, they said something fucked up. And all the people that are anti-Lacey, they come from the boxing sector, the basura of basura place, the place where people for 4 years were talking about children, like talking about children, effing their subscribers, playing game with their subscribers, like a bunch of shit that I'm just like, you know what, basura. Okay, basura, I have nothing to do with that basura place. Okay, like, I love you, love, I have nothing to do with this. Like, when people tell me what Lacey said and the basura place, I'm like, this is disgusting. Okay. But then I hear what people were telling her, and I'm like, this is disgusting. And then I hear what other people were saying about other people, and I'm like, this is disgusting. And so the moral of the story concerning the fucking basura sector is that this is the basura sector. And if you were part of the basura sector, I'm not here to tell you what you did was right or wrong, because this is the basura sector. So no, I am not interested in judging the sins of what the fuck happened in the boxing sector, as I am not part of the boxing sector, never been part of the boxing sector, never wanted to talk about the boxing sector. Hello, Bird. The only time I talk about the boxing sector is to say this is basura and I don't understand what it is. Okay, Ben has been here for a while, but he wasn't mostly in the boxing sector, so I never cared what he was doing because I was like, that's my problem. This is the basura. Okay, this is a weird ass sector. This is a sector of insanity and of help me Jesus. That is what I think about that sector. Okay. So no, I will not be judging because that will mean I will need to judge that person and 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 that and that and that. And I'm not cool with it. I'm not interested in it. If you want to be part of a community that only wants to judge other people, I invite you to go to the Avengers. There is the judging sector. This is the judgy sector. I am not, Madgie is not interested. Okay, Madgie is not interested in judging the boxing sector because it's a basura place. Okay, it's a basura place. So now, as I already said concerning the comment about the spices and good, I confronted her about that because that happened in the black tea sector, which I am adjacent to, because I am not part of the black tea sector. Like, that is so fucking clear. I'm not part of the black tea sector. I'm just someone, I'm part of the Madgie the Black Owl sector. I am my own shit. Okay. I am not black tea. I don't want to be part of the black tea sector, not because it's a disgusting sector that has no morality. That's not the reason why I don't want to be part of the black tea sector. It's simply because I do not represent the value of that sector, and that sector does not represent the value I have. Like, we are so different. Okay. And at the end of the day, that sector is a sector that is extremely closed in on themselves, which is why they are not able to grow. This sector is bound for extinction like an old ass dinosaur. Like, the moment that you don't want to open yourself to anything, that you just don't want to be closed in on yourself, well, look at how well it goes for any country that is closing on themselves. Okay. Like, it's important to be open, and I am an open person, which is why I don't want to be part of this sector. Like, I will comment on what happened because I can comment on whatever the fuck I want. I can comment on, oh my god, talking about that poor Dolly Parton. I can call it comment on Dolly Parton. I can comment on Aiden Panettiere. I can comment on Game of Thrones. I can comment on whatever the fuck I want to comment to. I can comment on Love Island. I can comment on Christian Rock. I can comment on Sean Atwood. I can comment on whatever the fuck I want. It doesn't mean I'm part of anything, because at the end of the day, I don't want to be part of such a close-minded type of sector. This is a really close-minded sector that really wants to just feel superior to other people, when in reality, the black tea sector is not. Well, it's not. Okay, it's not. Okay. Like, for 5 seconds when I was going on Kimi, like, I was thinking in my head, okay, I'm gonna try to make peace with people in the black tea sector, because I was never part of that sector, but I wanted to make peace. But when I realized that there was no point in making peace, and at the point that literally Cubs had to come and tell me I apologize for the black tea sectors, I'm like, there's nothing to apologize to about, because this sector is a closed-minded and really sad sector. It's a sad sector. It's a sector that will sit down and just be closed-minded and then talk shit about other people and want to judge other people. I'm not gonna say that, Miss Fun Rose. I don't think it's the lowest sector because we actually have the boxing sector, which is the basura. Okay, but this is a sector that literally, like I said, I've never seen a sector where you say that you're Canadian and people say that you're racist. I've never seen a sector say to me that I am not black when I'm clearly black. I've never seen a sector act in such a disgusting way. Yeah, no, that's exactly like I got interested in the sector because at the end of the day, and that's the thing also with the whole Danny Robertson, Josephine Baker Kennedy of it all. And now Josephine Baker Kennedy, you cannot tag her anymore. Okay, you cannot tag her anymore because she knows better than to want to sue me. She knows that she doesn't want me to know her real identity. Okay, like this woman is a liar. This woman is a liar, a criminal. So if you're following a criminal, who am I to tell you shit? You're mentally not sound. You're following a criminal. Like you're following a criminal. Like I tried to be nice to this fucked up and weird ass sector. I tried. Okay. Like I love Kimmy. I tried to be friend. I tried to be polite. I even apologized to people I should have never apologized to. I should have never apologized to Mel. Like Mel is a disgusting piece of shit. I should have never ever apologized to her, but I was in the kumbaya moment of the moment of this of the moment. I was really kumbayaing as much as I could. Like I was trying to kumbaya for the hell of it. I was really trying to kumbaya. But the kumbaya don't work. You cannot kumbaya alone. The person has to be open. Because those people that talk about Ben, and let's be clear, what Ben did is disgusting. But those were the people who protected Jed. Like that's what I don't understand with Sammy. Sammy, if Sammy is trying to protect what's his name? Ben, why not simply say, "Hey, how can you be against Ben because he said something when he was attacking a man, a grown man, but then you don't have nothing to say about the regiment of red flag concerning Jed?" Like I was I was the only one, okay, except for for Lacey. Like I was the only one, okay, one of the only one that was actually denouncing Jed and his creepy ass relationship with his stepdaughter that is not his stepdaughter, that the mother don't want him to be close to. So they can recognize the red flag for Ben, but they cannot recognize the red flag for Jed. And I was called all type of name because I was pointing out the craziness that is Jed. Like those people spend so much time trying to protect Jed because they liked him and they didn't like me. But then because Danny went and said that she didn't like Ben because they liked Danny, so suddenly now they were all up on Ben's ass. But it's not because of their own morality, because they have none. And that's when, like, for a week straight, you saw me just do like the with the black tea sector. Like, it literally just made me so tired because I was like, wait, I literally wasted my time here trying to see if something could be done. That's sad. But at the same time, it's my fault. I decided to do that. I decided to waste my time. So now I treat the black tea sector as it deserves to be treated, as the clown show it is. It cannot get better. People will not get better. People will not be less hypocrite. There is no chance in hell that the black tea sector, that is basically an extension of Danny Robertson. Like that's the thing that people don't realize, it seems, is that the black tea sector is just an extension of Danny Robertson. What Danny Robertson says is the subject is what goes. Like, what is the black tea sector talking about now? Oh yeah, Sammy and Jag. But while they're talking about Sammy and Jag, they're just repeating what Danny is saying, which means that they're ignoring the fact that Jag has a $7,000 GoFundMe open to sue people on the black tea sector. They're not talking about it because Danny is not talking about it. They are simply copying what Danny is saying. It's sad. It's pathetic. You don't have your own mind. You don't have your own subject. You're just here repeating what the fuck that bitch is saying. It's fucking sad. Infinity, I'm gonna delete your message and you're gonna rewrite it by calling her Lacey because, like I said, you can dislike her, you can despise her, but you will be polite. Like she's not even here. Like for me, it's only about the fact that I'm going back to my roots. I was corrupted by the black tea sector. Okay, I was corrupted by this sector. I'm going back to my root. And my root is that we respect people in our country. Like we do. We respect people. I'm done not respecting people. I will respect people. Like what 82 said, that like I don't think it was wrong. I think that he has the right to say what he want to say. I think that there is a lot of wisdom in what he has to say. Yes, Infinity. I'm being fucking serious. I'm going back to my roots. Like I'm going back to my roots. I may lose subscriber because of it, and those subscribers are probably like not understanding where I'm coming from, but that's okay. And I understand you. But at the end of the day, I'm going back to my root. I don't like what the black tea sector has made me become. I don't like it. I don't like that I was basically acting like a Danny Robertson and being like, shame, shame. Like, no, no, that's not me. That's not me. That's not me. Snoopy does support 82, no? I don't know. Like I said, I don't watch Snoopy because Snoopy for me is someone that is so of little consequences. Okay, that's cool, Infinity. Like I said, you can just explain yourself without insulting her. I'm not saying that you cannot talk. I'm not saying that you cannot tell me what you need to tell me. I think you should tell me what you need to tell me. I'm just asking you to be polite. I don't think that it's such a bad thing to ask people to be polite. I think it is really important to be polite. But yeah, no, what I'm saying is that the black tea sector is an extension of Danny Robertson. So why would I even want to be a part of this sector? This is like, I don't know why they call it the black tea sector. They should call it the Danny Robertson sector or the Josephine Baker Kennedy sector. Yes, it is, Infinity. It is. It is. I'm telling you that it is. So if you respect me, you respect my community because you know that this is my community. This is our country. If you respect me and you respect what I want in my community, you will just not call her jealous. Like it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I'm not telling you to like her. I'm not telling you not to tell me exactly what is your problem because like I said, I have never seen you, Infinity, call me maggot. I've never seen you in chat where people were calling me maggot. So your opinion matters to me. But I'm just asking you one thing, and I hope you can give me that one thing I'm asking. That would be great of you, and I would really appreciate you for that. Like, really appreciate you for that. I'm not going to call you a troll. Maria, I'm done. Goodbye. That's okay. Bye. Like I said, for me, I'm going back to my roots. I don't want to be rude to anyone. I don't want to say to anyone, oh, go F yourself. You're a troll. No, you're not a troll. You just have, like, you have your own way of seeing the world. And I am not interested in that way. I'm not interested. Madgie, but your opinion don't matter to them. I know. Because most of them don't even know why they don't like me. They just don't like me. And I'm like, if you could actually tell me why you don't like me, and that was one of the things that I was trying to venture into was, okay, like tell me what the fuck is wrong. Like what did I do? I know I have non-quality. It's weird that you don't have a word for like the contrary of qualities. Give me 1 second, guys. So yes, as I was saying, you're sounding like a victim. Is that your intention? If you don't see me as a victim, or if you think I'm sounding like a victim when I'm simply saying facts, then tell me what way I could say what I'm saying. So, as I was saying, or maybe you're asking if I'm a victim of Danny. Yes, I'm a victim of Danny Robertson 100%. There's a lot of people that are a victim of Danny 100%. Hello, Fiercy. There's a lot of people that are a victim of Danny 100%. So that doesn't really matter, does it? Like I'm just one of the many victims of Danny Robertson. It doesn't really matter. And no, if you're asking me if I'm only a victim in this world, I'm clearly not. I'm literally trying to go back to my more balanced way because I became too extreme. I don't like being that extreme. I don't like being like that stubborn. I don't like not being able to have conversation. I don't like it. And I was doing it to pander to a sector that is literally an extension of my worst enemy. That's why now I'm saying if you call me maggot, if you're cool with people calling me maggot, you don't have the right to tell me who I can or cannot hang out with. Like that's my thing. You cannot talk to me about morality. You cannot talk to me about decency. You cannot talk to me about shit because you are an agreement that a black woman should be called maggot. Or you're cool with people around you calling a black woman maggot. Oh, thank you, Erding Cats. Love you. So yeah, for me, when I look into all of this, okay, when I look into the black tea sector, after I saw what happened with Ben, which literally made me go, wow, you really don't have a mind for yourself. Because Kai was talking about it way before Danny did. I was talking about it. A bunch of people were talking about it. Like, I'm not even going to act as if I was the first one to talk about it. I wasn't. Like, Kai talked about it way before me. Because, like I said, I was so into the boxing sector, nothing to do with me. Boxing sector, nothing to do with me. Boxing sector, nothing to do with me. But then after that, when it literally like penetrated, like I heard of it and I actually saw it, I was like, well, okay, like I actually am gonna talk about it because that's fucked up. But at the end of the day, if you think I think that Ben a red flag are worse than if you think that Ben's red flag are worse than Jed, I don't know what to tell you. Jed said that his stepdaughter, that is not his stepdaughter at all, a little girl that he literally lived with for 6 months because he was helping her mother get on back on her feet, and then the mother doesn't want him to have anything to do with the child, and he was talking behind the back of the mother to that child until she got to be 18, and then he brought her into his home. You don't find it that weird? That's good with me. That's okay with me. Okay? That's okay with me. Like, if you think I think that there is less red flag on Ben than Jed, you're crazy. There are more red flag on Jed because there's actually a child near here. What? What do you think of Mr. Bud Nobody calling Trip Spotter? Listen, not that I like Trip, I don't know Trip. Okay, like literally, I don't know that person. But what I will, yo, that was the Jet thing was disgusting, disgusting. Okay, but all those people were not because Danny didn't tell them it was wrong, and they don't have any type of moral compass except if Danny tells them. So for me, I'm like, okay, you're reacting like that to Ben, but you didn't react like that to Jed because your master didn't tell you to react like that to Jed. So get the fuck out of my face. You don't matter. Yes, you matter. You're important. I'm trying to be better. So yeah, him calling Tripp's father, I believe Mr. Nobody is a loser. I think Mr. Nobody is whack. I think Mr. Nobody needs to find Jesus. I think Mr. Nobody was a fucking weirdo. And maybe nobody's going to say that. Or maybe because it was Ben that said it or Sammy that said it, they found it, or Trip that says it. They are saying that it doesn't matter. But it's true. Why are you still on panel when someone is talking like that about your child? I would have got the fuck out of here, or I would have started screaming. Mr. Nobody was chilling. Like, let's be clear. EG, I don't understand what you're saying. Put up a complete sentence so I can know what the fuck you're talking about, or leave me be. So yeah, I hope he didn't do it. If he did it, he's whack. But as he is a whack person, I wouldn't be surprised that he did it because he is whack. Like, he is whack. So I wouldn't be surprised. My mouth wouldn't fall down and out of shock. It wouldn't. It wouldn't, because he is him and he's whack. Okay. So, you know, everyone has to do what they want to do. So yeah, I think he's whack. No, 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 no. Hello, not today. He likes to provoke, but talking about his child was unacceptable. I keep on saying that it was unacceptable. But why me? I reacted to Jed. I react to everyone. I don't make special treatment. I'm like, that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Even now, you see me talking about Lacey. You're not gonna see me say what she said to Mel was okay, what she said to Roasty was okay. No, it's not okay. It's not okay. But what they said to her was also not okay. Hello, Carl. Like, what was said to her was also not okay. What is being said in that sector was also not okay. Okay, what is wrong is wrong. Okay, but when everyone is wrong, I'm like, why do you choose? Like, if that is wrong, and then that is wrong, and then that is wrong, and then that is wrong, and all of that, everyone is wrong. All of those things are wrong, but you just want to punish that. I have a problem with you. Either punish everyone or punish no one. At least be fair. The injustice, okay? You just want to punish that one when all of those did something? Get the fuck out of my face, okay? That's my problem with the sector. That I'm like, you really represent your master. You really represent her. Like, you really do. You are as stupid and as hypocrite as she is. I hate hypocrisy. Like, that's always been my thing. I don't like hypocrisy. I like fairness. So you will always see me be fair. Now, maybe sometime I get it wrong, but because I'm obsessed with fairness, I will sit down and listen because I want fairness. I hate hypocrisy. I prefer. And I remember when I was a teacher, that's what I used to tell my students. If I don't see who did the thing, if I didn't see it, I either punish all of you, okay, all of you, or punish no one. I'm not gonna punish one person because my student don't like that person. The fuck? There you go. She was making fun of Kay. There you go. Okay, have you seen Danny done a whole thing about Phantom? Why you think people are not talking about Phantom and not having a field day? Because that sector follows Danny's instruction. And even the people who don't like Danny, they follow her instruction. Thank you, not today. That's what I think too. And coming opinions and the worst about people's kid. I don't see CC wanting to ban her. Danny has no moral. No one wants to ban her. So I ain't jumping on no bandwagon to ban people. Exactly what I feel. Punish everyone or punish no one. Shut your bitch ass up. Okay, that's my thing. Shut your bitch ass up. So I prefer when people are just like, you know what, Maggie, I'm not punishing anyone, fuck it, because I cannot see myself go against one of my friends. Like how Snoopy is acting, which is why I don't watch her. Like I don't see the point. Not only do I find her boring, but I don't see the point. Because the moment I see you having a heart attack for the word nappy hair, but trying to justify the word maggot, oh my God, you just made me vomit. How dare you, EJ? I wanna block you. Okay, guy, put a one in the chat if I need to block that person. Put a two in the chat if I should find it in my heart to actually talk to that person. Ugh! Ugh! Brother, ugh! Brother, ugh! Don't disgust me! Okay, bye, EJ. I'm so happy. Bye, EJ. Let me read it for you guys. I think if you can have sent that, you parents want to be. Ah! Oh! Oh, disgusting! Disgusting! Ah! Oh my God! Ah! 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 Looked up to her. Ah! Oh my God! I need to. Oh, oh my God! Oh my God! Felt hurt, was rejected. Oh, oh, go away, go away, go away. Oh my God. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, oh my God. Oh, admire that. What is there to admire? What is there to EJ? Let me drop the link for you because I'm gonna block you. So you better bring your ass up because you do fascinate me right now. Thank you. I'm like work ethic. Tell me what work ethic. Like I wanna know. Like now I'm interested. Oh shit. Hello, Danny Danny. Danny Danny. EJ don't hit panel, so stop hitting the chat with your disgusting shit that you're telling me. I wanted to befriend Danny. Oh my God. I need the bucket. Ah, ah, ugh. Oh my God. Yuck. Yuck, 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 yuck. 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 You're not sharing your personal view. You're literally making me Eve. Say apologize for making me vomit. So let me try to be nice and answer this question like this is a serious question. Oh my God, I want to vomit again. Okay. Disgusting, disgusting. Okay, so I Oh my God, this is disgusting. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I'm trying. I need a bucket. I need a bucket. I need a bucket. I need a bucket. Oh my God, disgusting. Disgusting. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. That's not your views, because if it was your views, you would be actually being able to come your ass up, or you would be telling me in the chat what is there for me to admire. Ugh. What is there for me? Yes, I know EJ is a fucking Avenger. Does it not look like an Avenger? Only an Avenger will come and tell me, ooh, stop it. Oh my God. I think I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night and be like, ah! Oh, this was so disgusting. Oh my God. Like, that was actually disgusting. Disgusting. Ah, I want to vomit. Well, I've been vomit. Okay, so I want you to write what I would admire about Danny Robertson. I need you to tell me her sense, her work. Vampy, Vampy, Vampy. Who, who, who? Yeah, that's literally what I think right now. Your opinion is noted, but not respected at the not at all. I do not respect this. So you better give me reason to admire. Give me 5 reasons. Give me 3 reasons to admire this disgusting pig. I want you to give me 3 reasons to admire this disgusting pig. Give me 3 reasons. Give me 2. Give me 1. No, not 1. Okay, I know Avengers will find a way to give me 1 reason. I want 3. I want 3 reasons to admire that piece of crap that's called Danny Robertson. I want 3 reasons. I want 3 reasons to think that she has a fucking work ethic. Work ethic. Ah! Yeah, 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 yeah. Making me vomit. Oh my God, why? Why? Where is you, EJ? Give the point. One, she has a lovely voice. Help us on the way. Help us on the way. Like, I want a point. I want a reason why I would admire this criminal. Okay, like, why? Give me, where is EJ? EJ! EJ! Give a motherfucking reason. You cannot even give one? What is there to admire about that piece of crap that's called Danny Robertson? Give me 1 reason. I was rejected. I wanted her French. Listen, listen. She has a gorgeous laugh. Oh, Jesus. Oh, something to admire. Disgusting. Disgusting. This is so disgusting. You know, it's like when someone puts up like the nastiest piece of crap and tell you to eat it, that's how I feel right now. That's how I feel. So I'm gonna go back to trying to be serious because it actually, like, I'm not joking, but it's actually giving me like, Eve, like it's making me Eve, but like Eve, Av. But yeah, one, Danny did not reject me because I never offered myself to be rejected. Okay. So you have to understand it this. I rejected Danny. That's why she cannot take it. She can't take it. You know, when I rejected Danny and since that moment she has been mad at me, it was when I was first with Jag. I was first with Jag before I started talking about her. Oh, welcome me. Danny, get the fuck out of my face, okay? Get the fuck out of my face. I hate you. At least trust that I hate your face. I hate you. I do hate her. Like, do people realize I hate her? Whatever. So yeah, when did I reject Danny Robertson? So remember when Danny and her little follower were telling me to go watch her video for multiple video, and I was like, I'm not watching her video. Her video too long. Since that moment, Danny has taken that shit really personally. She has taken that shit so personally. Like, she thinks that this is rejection, but when in reality, I was just saying that her video are too long. She never rejected me because I never offered myself to her. I never wanted her to watch my video. I never asked her to do shit for me. I never said I wanted to be her friend. You are my friend. Ah, okay. I think the only time, the only 5 minutes that me and Danny were maybe cool was when I just left Jag. And I remember going in her chat and saying it would be hilarious if her and me would do a video together, because at that point, I thought her and Jag were not working together, which is okay. But that was the only time in my life I remember being nice to Danny. That was the only time in my life I remember being nice to this bitch. Now, again, EJ, EJ, you piece of shit. Madgie, be nice. EJ, you weirdo. What are the reasons for me to admire her? Like, I'm still waiting for her, so that bitch, to tell me what is it that I need to admire from Danny Robertson. What is it? Give me one, at least give me one thing at this point. Like, what is there to admire? I asked for three shit and you cannot give me. Yo, she's still thinking about what I'm supposed to admire about Danny Robertson. I'm like, hello, spellcaster. Oh no, baby, what? Oh my God, thank you so much. I'm so happy that they got it all. I hope they got it all, baby. I really hope so, guys. Let's put up some love from Spellcaster. Her dad has cancer and he just got like a procedure to remove it. Let's all pray for Spellcaster, guys. Please, 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 please. Okay, let's give up like some heart for Spellcaster. Please, guys, please, please, please. We're giving heart, we're giving love. We're a community. Thank you, my love. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you, guys. Jesus Christ. Did I say hi to you, Melissa? Self care, daddy. Self care all day. I don't like you. Why are you here? Like I said, I was already I'm already and I always been a good person, but I was getting corrupting. Okay, I was getting corrupted by the black tea sector, which is an extension of Danny Robertson, because all they can do is repeat what Danny Robertson is saying. If Danny talks about Sammy, here they are talking about Sammy. If Danny is talking about Jag, here they are talking about Jag. Like they cannot have their own fucking subject. So self care all day, since you really want to talk and bug me, let me answer you. Oh, happy, get the fuck out of my face. Jesus Christ. I don't know why Happy does that. Like, you're not a fun troll. You're not a funny troll. You're not. Yeah, bye, self care. I'm waiting for EJ. I can only deal with one troll at a time. Okay. I cannot have two troll at the same time. That is exhausting. EJ! Hello, Tanika. EJ! We're waiting. EJ! Yeah, no, me, I'm not for happy life at all. He is only he is a troll. Like that's for sure. He is a troll. But he called me maggot, and that's enough for me. Well, EJ is not a troll. You know how I'm gonna know that EJ is not a troll when EJ can give me three things to admire about Danny Robertson. EJ, yeah. Happy calls me maggot, and the chat. Happy goes on panel and call me maggot. I'm not talking about you, fucking shit. I'm talking about a happy life. I don't care how long EJ's been here, Polo. Why are you protecting them when I'm asking a simple question? They opened their mouth and said that I wanted to be friend with Danny and I felt rejected because Danny has a beautiful work ethic. So I'm waiting for them to tell me exactly what in the name of fuck is there to admire about Danny Robertson. Even now, I don't see a response. Where is the fucking response? You open your fucking mouth and you come and tell me on my channel that I want to be friend with a demon. You better have reason to give me that type of thing. Like Danny's been here for years. How does that help? Well, that devoted cult leader or whatever the fuck they are, they need to give me three reasons as to why I need to admire Danny Robertson. Why is it taking so long? So annoying. So annoying. So yeah, self-care. And 82 has corrected people for calling you MAGA just for your information. Okay. Thank you. How long did that take him? Hello, Kimishe. How long did that take him to correct that? You don't see Lacey right now calling anyone monkey or whatever the fuck. Does that excuse what happened in the past? Clearly not, because people are still talking about it. So I repeat, if you were cool with me being called maggot or you're calling me maggot, who are you to be talking about people's past? Probably as long as it's taking you to change. Shit! That means it's gonna take like a long time, right? Now bye, self-care. Oh god, that person is so annoying. I guess EJ is gonna take 1,000 years later to tell me what I need to admire about Danny. It's gonna probably take a long time for them to wait and find what is there to admire about Danny Robertson. I know it's hard, EJ. I don't blame you for this. Like EJ, I want to tell you, I don't blame you for this. There is not much positive to say about Danny Robertson except her beautiful voice. Help is on the way. Help is on the way. Okay. Or again, her beautiful life. Okay. I don't see much that could be admired about her. So I'm trying to ask you, since her rejecting me has hurt me so much because of her wonderful qualities, I'm waiting for the qualities. What the fuck are the qualities? Like that self care bitch, Madgie, be nicer. I ran EJ away, or EJ ran away because of their own stupidity, Polo. Like Polo, are you okay? Are you well? Do you want a link? Because I'm starting to get annoyed. I can tell that you're up EJ's asshole, but that's not my problem. So yeah, being self-aware means you have compassion about other people's feeling. No, that's not what self-aware means. Let's ask ChatGPT. Oh, now Polo has also disappeared. People are weird, man. I swear to God. So yeah, no, that's not what self-aware mean. Self-aware doesn't equal compassion. And I'm not saying I don't have compassion. I'm saying it's not what it means. They're not synonym. You have compassion about other people feeling. No, that's what we call empathy. Like that's what we call empathy. Okay. That is not self-awareness. I like that word have meaning and word means something. And you cannot just go and twist word in different type of way. That's not how it works. So let's see. Does self-aware mean having empathy? Like people have lost the motherfucking plot, man. I swear to God. Like what I love is when people, like people in the chat, let's say, like weirdos that I don't know, like that EJ person telling me something, and then someone else telling me, "Oh, that's not what it means. That's not what it means. That's not what it do." I'm like, yo, like you want to defend your bitch? Defend your bitch. The insanity of it. So yes, self-aware means understanding yourself. your feeling, your thought, your behavior, your strength, your weaknesses, and how your reaction affect other people. I become defensive when I'm criticized, and that makes conversation harder. Being self-aware also means recognizing how other may perceive you, even if you disagree with them. Like, being self-aware means you have compassion about others' feeling. Like, what does that even mean? Like, you don't know the meaning of word. Like, that's the thing. People don't know the meaning of word. Did I ever say I'm the most compassionate bitch in the planet? No, you shouldn't be the most compassionate bitch, especially not in the black tea sector. Their compassion goes to die there. Okay? Please. Now, the self-awareness means having compassion for others. Not exactly. Self-awareness means understanding your own emotion, thought, behavior, strength, and weaknesses, and recognizing how your action affect others. Compassion means caring about another person's feeling or suffering and wanting to help them. Self-awareness can help you become more compassionate, but someone can understand themselves well and still lack compassion. So again, what do you mean? What do you mean? Already your first sentence don't make fucking sense. Being self-aware means you have compassion about others' feeling. I don't have compassion for yours. And how affect them with your word. I don't have compassion for you. Action, you have called women cunts. Yes. Whores. Yeah. Bitches. Absolutely. Dogs. Sure. Emasculated men compare human to animal. Laugh at the child being called a sleuth. Self-care. If you are an Avenger, why are you here? Why are you bugging me? No, but sincerely, why are you here? Why are you bugging me? You're an Avenger. You don't matter here. Like, you do know this, right? You don't matter here. I don't like Avengers. I think they're all pig, and I think you're a pig too. What do you want? Why are you here? I've shown 1,000 times the thing about Lady Letitia's child being called a sleuth. I've already shown it 1,000 times. And well, I don't know what the fuck you are, but I need to tell you, I don't like you. I don't like you. Okay, but I know who I am, but I don't know who you are, nor do I care to know. You should leave. Like, you should leave. I don't understand why you're here. I really don't. Bye. So yeah, doxed. Yeah, for sure. If you mean me showing the middle name of a bitch is doxing, I'm cool with it. Like I said, Snoopy is a known doxer. Danny Robertson, thank you, hallelujah. Okay, like Danny is a known doxer. Lady Letitia is a known doxer. Snoopy is a known doxer. Who has not doxed in this sector? Who? Who has not doxed someone in this sector? Hmm? And like I said, the whole thing about wanting to punish me for what Kimi has said, I bet you will not go to Kimi to tell her, oh, you said that about Lady Letitia's child. No, you come here to tell it to me because you want me to take accountability for something I didn't do. And I'm like, go fuck yourself. Go away. Oh, finally, finally. Go away. Oh my God. I said I want to go back to who I am. I didn't say I want to be what the fuck you fucking weirdo want me to be. You disgusting piece of shit. Do I know you? Do I know you? I want to go back to who I was. I want to go back to the person I worked really hard to be, which is someone that doesn't judge other people, that try to understand other people. I am not here to be your bitch. Go away. Get get it. Get it. Like I said, I be calling people cunt every day. I don't care. Get out. I never said, "Oh, I want to say less bad word." No, I have no problem calling you a bitch. I literally feel nothing. I'm cool with it. You're a bitch. Go away. Jesus Christ, disgusting. Laugh at a child being called a sleuth, and yes, people have been just as mean to you. So where do you go from here? I go get the fuck out of my face. It has nothing to do with the boxing sector. You're a black woman. Thank you for telling me this. And you're being manipulated. It's not, I'm not being manipulated. Get the fuck out. Get it. Get the fuck out. So this, I think this person is simply obsessed with, I think probably she is someone that is on Scooby Doo, like Snoopy Doo little clique. She smells like a Snoopy Doo's, like one of little Snoopy Doo's like minion. Like she smells like one. So let's be clear, since I've never really addressed Snoopy Doo. If you call Lacey racist, you should call Snoopy Doo's racist. Put a one in the chat if you agree with me. Put a two in the chat if you're like, oh no, Madgie, you're wrong. What has Snoopy Doo done that is not exactly like Lacey has done? Except that Lacey has done it in the boxing sector, while Snoopy Doo has done it in the black tea sector. Tell me, like sincerely, if you call Lacey racist, why are you not calling Snoopy Doo's racist? I don't understand. Hasn't Snoopy done worse than Lacey? Yes, she has. I don't call none of them racist. I'm like, they're problematic bitches, I guess. But how can you go and sit down and condemn Lacey when you don't condemn Snoopy Doo? On a serious note, Maggie, why did you let yourself be corrupted? I don't know. I liked you who you presented yourself to be initially, then you changed. I then don't frequent your channel as much, but I'm glad you're back. Thank you, my babe. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know why I let myself be corrupted. It's like when you are too like when you are a lot close to people and then you realize that this is not good for you. That's why now you will not see me going on other people's platform like that. Like I'm not interested in the whole hypocrisy of me needing to take accountability while people call me maggot. I'm done with it. Like I texted Kimi and I was like, I'm done. I'm not coming on your platform because I'm like, at the end of the day, there is too much disrespect being tolerated towards me for me to even see the point in going on anyone's platform that I'm clearly being disrespected on. I'm not interested in that. So yeah, I went on a lot of platforms so many times that were disrespecting me and letting their chat disrespect me, and me wanting to be like, yo, let me try to be to try to understand. Maybe I did something, maybe I did that, maybe I did that. Okay, maybe I did that, maybe I did that, maybe I did it. So I was so busy asking myself so many questions that I was putting myself back into question. So I allowed myself to be to ask a lot of questions about my own ethic, my own morality, my own everything. So because of that, I was I allowed myself to be corrupted. That's how I see it. So yeah, Polo, I have no time for this. either you come up and you talk to me about your EJ love, okay, because you seem to love them a lot. Like, you don't get to defend someone like that all the time, bugging me about it, and then not like I'm just supposed to move on. First of all, I want to know why AJ said what they said. They are not even answering yet. Why is it that they cannot find three good things to say about Danny Robertson? There's really not three good things to say about that bitch, but I'm supposed to want to be her friend. You cannot even find three good things to say about her, but I'm supposed to want to be her friend. Like, I cannot find zero point 0.5 good thing about her. But I know I don't want to be her friend because I cannot find one good thing about her. Like, when you want to be friend with someone, you have to have, yes. Like, if you want to be friend with someone with one good reason, one reason, you have to have one reason to want to be good with someone. There has to be a reason. So that EJ person, I'm like, you better open your fucking mouth and tell me exactly why I would want to be friend, or why I would want to admire, or why I would feel rejected by a weirdo bitch. Like, that is one of the things, and I'm gonna be so serious. I'm being so serious right now. That insults me because I find her to be such a repulsive human being. Like, that's the thing. I'm like, there needs to be a point in wanting to be friend with someone. Like, let's say I don't like trees. Okay, I really don't like trees. But at least trees is funny. Like, at least if someone tells me why would someone want to be friend with trees, trees is funny. Trees is a good roaster. Like, that, I like, there is positive thing to say about every single person I don't like, except Danny. Like, literally, I have nothing positive to say about her. Like, nothing. You would tell me find something positive to say about Ralph. I would find something positive to say about Ralph. I can give three things about Ralph that are positive like that. That. Hello, Christy. Hello, Bulbus. Hello, PTA. Thank you, Melissa. So yeah, no, I have nothing good to say about her. Like, nothing. There is nothing good to say about her. I have nothing positive to offer the world about Danny Robertson. Like, all I know from her is that this bitch is someone that will take people's creativity. So now, for example, put a one in the chat if you have kind of seen that suddenly now she's doing cartoon like Trevor Green. Like, I've seen her last video, not the entirety of it. I can't watch her except if I have a reason. I can't watch her. So I saw that she's making little cartoon like about Sammy and all of that. Hello, Polo.
What's up, Madgie?
Yeah, I want to know about like EJ.
Okay, EJ been around for like many years,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't think that they are an Avenger. EJ drinks a lot, so they may be feeling good, but they always speak their mind. And they do have get into it with a lot of CCs, not get into it, but they like to they ask real good questions, and it's that they really want to understand. So it's not that they being smart, they just trying to understand,
So they actually
you
believe,
know.
they actually like, you're like vouching for them, that they're not trying to piss me the fuck off, but that they actually believe that
Yes,
there is a
yes,
reason
100%.
why I would want to be friend with Danny Robertson.
What they don't know, they don't know you, Maggie. So they're asking you a
But
question.
you
They
hate
don't
her.
know. They don't know
But
that
I
you
hate.
don't like each other. No,
There is
but
nothing
they
positive
not
about her.
aware of that extent. You know.
Hmm.
Okay, but they EJ doesn't know that. EJ doesn't know that. This is like EJ first time over here. They don't know.
Well, for a first
So
time,
that's why they ask the question and like ran them away because they
they
nervous.
made a big impression for a first time coming here. Oh shit, Polo, drop that. Listen, down the rabbit hole, I don't know her enough to find something positive about her. Hello, Polo.
I apologize, Legend. I'm in bad service.
That's fine. That's fine. Because for me, when someone comes into my chat and start talking to me about being sad because Danny rejected me, which is something that I think would be literally the most juvenile shit I've ever heard. Damn. Like, this is juvenile. Like, do people realize that it's juvenile to say that someone, oh, nah, EJ is very well aware of Madgie? That's what I thought. Like, I was going to give the benefit of the doubt, but I don't believe it. I don't believe that your first time into my chat, you come and you say that I am jealous of Danny Robertson or that I want to be her friend. I'm like, do you know how insulting that is? That I would want to be friend with someone like that? It's really insulting. Like, it's insulting to me because I think that she's one of the worst person I've ever, ever, ever met. Oh, you're back. So can you give the fucking three reason I would want to be friend or felt rejected or think that Danny is that extraordinary? Give the fucking three reason. Can you give three reason? Let me find your message that you said. Let me find it for you. Because clearly we are going to have like, a bullshit thing. Let me find the message. Yo, EG was still thinking 1,000 years later. Okay, I'm almost there. I'm finding it. Oh, she also said, you walk into the BTS. I didn't walk into the BTS. I literally was dropped there by the demon. It didn't walk into you. It fucking did walk into me. You think the BTS was not all over my chat? It's possible to remove yourself at any time. I literally removed myself. Are you You see, I'm being nice right now. Fuck no. No, 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 no. No. There you go, EJ. So now open your motherfucking mouth, you fuck. I think if you can accept you that you perhaps want to be friend. Looked up to her work. Give me three reasons why I would want to be friend with this piece of shit. Stop trying to gaslight me, you stupid ass Avenger. I appreciate respect. I appreciate non bullshit. How about that? So either respond to the question or shoo away. Looked up to her work. Ah, this is so disgusting. You're actually gross. You're gross. Look up to her work ethic. Her work ethic. Was it when she was calling the animal control of me? That's when I was admiring her work ethic. Was it when she put picture of the inside of my home? Was that when I was admiring her work ethic? Or was it when she showed the inside of my mother's house? When was I admiring her work ethic? Hmm? So EJ, either get the fuck out of my chat. Okay, get the fuck out of my chat. Or either answer why in the name of fuck you would say something like that. Like, it's actually disgusting to me. Like, do you realize that I'm disgusted? Wanting to befriend Danny Robertson. Stop discussing me. Like, already when Danny is saying that, I'm like, but I know already that she's cuckoo. But for you to come into my chat and say that cuckoo-ness to me, you better have a good reason. Like, I know that, what's her name? Lady Letitia and Danny keeps on saying that about me, which is pathetic and sad and reminds me of middle school. Wait, I wanted to be her friend and she don't want to be my friend, which is extremely middle school. But now for someone to have the audacity to come into my chat and say that shit, you better have a reason. Because there is a reason why I never addressed that. Because it's stupid. Why would I want to be friend with Danny Robertson? Like, give me one reason. Why is it that you cannot give one reason as to why I would admire her work ethic or want to befriend her? Is there nothing good about her? That's what I believe. If you're telling me, oh, you wanted to befriend Lady Letitia, then I could understand better. I was friend with Lady Letitia, and for a while, I was trying to still befriend her. Yeah, that I can say. Danny, don't discuss me. Is that really Trevor Green? Hello?
What's up? What's
Trevor?
up, Madgie? Yeah, you had some questions for me on your last one of your other videos. I think you had some questions for me.
Damn, I'm happy to see you.
Well, it's virtually, so
Huh?
I don't think you can see me. But I said it's virtually. I don't think you really can see me, but
No,
don't
you
make
know
a
what I
difference.
mean. I'm surprised.
Yeah, yeah. I'm joking with you. Well, you
Okay.
got.
So, yes, my question is, what did Jack do to you? Because I was going to talk about the fact that I changed my opinion on you by watching your last video.
Yeah, well, let me
And I
let me let me just.
realized she really did something fucked up to you.
She didn't, and I don't know why you think
I
that
know.
she didn't. Let me explain to
Because
you
I
real
didn't
quick.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, whatever. Like, that was 16
No,
years ago. But she clearly did
exactly.
something really fucked up to you because for
No,
you to be looking into so many detail, I really admired your last video. You really went like you did a dissertation. Like, people may not
okay.
realize, but the amount of work that was put into that video, I was like, oh yeah, that bitch done it.
Well, yeah. Well, look, listen. I
Yeah.
knew I met Jag in 2010. In
Hmm.
2000, in 2010, she wasn't the Jag that everybody knows now. She wasn't the YouTube Jaguar Wright. In
Hmm.
2010, she was the performer Jaguar Wright. And to be honest with you, she wasn't the top list performer that I worked with in 2010. I worked with a lot of different performers in 2010. She was
Hmm.
probably the worst one. And I'm not saying that to knock Jag. It's just, you know, as a promoter, she was like, we got all the, we got all the, the hidden secrets and messages before we even booked her about Jag. You know what I mean? That's why I said I took a chance on that. Now, as far as the altercation about the car and how if her neck smell, I know you mentioned something about how did he
Yeah,
get so close to
that
her
was
that her neck
funny.
smell.
Like, why?
But it was,
But
I
my
wasn't
question
saying
is,
that
what did she do to you? What did she do? Like,
she didn't
except
do
being
nothing.
a bad employee, what did she do?
She did. She didn't do nothing to me. I don't, like I said before, 2010 was the 2010 Jag. Okay, check this out. I didn't know anything about Jaguar Wright as
Mhm.
she is now until 2024 when I came on YouTube. I wasn't even on YouTube. I ain't know
Mhm.
shit about no goddamn Jaguar Wright. Only thing I knew about Jaguar Wright is what I knew about Jaguar Wright as far as working with her. As far as all the YouTube shenanigans and all that stuff, I wasn't following no goddamn Jaguar Wright. I was too busy on the streets being a goddamn criminal. You think I was worried about stalking some goddamn Jaguar Wright? No,
I don't
I just
believe that
discovered her.
you were. I don't believe that you were stalking her. I do believe that she did something to you in 2010, which was more than just being a bad employee, because I know it affected literally your relationship with the club. And then
No, it
when you
didn't. No,
saw her
no, it
back, you
didn't.
were like, she's still lying.
No, 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 no. It didn't.
Mhm.
It didn't. The whole situation with my manager and stuff like that. I know you mentioned that too. It
Mhm.
was me, like because we had. I was on an edge on booking her because of what I heard through other promoters and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
therefore, I took a chance on booking her behind my manager. Like I said before, we already came off some successful shows. So Jag wasn't like I was. 2010, Carol Riddick was a better performer and artist, and she had a better following than Jaguar Wright. Now, don't nobody probably know who Carol Riddick is, but that's what in 2010, Eric Roberson had a huge following, way better than Jaguar Wright. I work with all these artists, so if I took a chance on Jaguar Wright with my manager at the time. So therefore, when
You
when the,
did
when the
that
show came,
behind the back of your of the club owner. Is that what you're saying?
say that again.
You did that like when you hired her, the owner of the club didn't know about her.
No, I was the owner of the club. It was my
Okay.
club. When I say my manager, he worked under me as my manager, as my
Okay.
booking manager. He booked my live shows with the live bands and stuff like that. That was his
Mhm.
job detail.
Okay.
So
Okay.
he had brought in Ed Robertson and somebody else brought in Carol Richardson and a couple other people.
Okay.
But that was his job detail. So when I say manager, who was Tony, that's who I was talking about.
Okay.
Now it wasn't that altercation that me and him fell out. That started the whole chain of events, and I wound up um firing the DJ that was a close friend of his because
Mhm.
we had open mic and we wasn't getting no crowd. So I changed the whole format, changed it to another style, 302 Live open mic. And he was upset about that, and that's what the
Mhm.
fallout was. But it started with the whole Jaguar Wright show, and then it trickled down into something else. So it wasn't
Why
just
did
that
it
one
start?
thing.
Why did it start with Jag though?
You said why?
Well, yeah, because I know she was a bad artist, but I don't know. You book her
It
for
started with,
how long? For one night or for like a long period?
well, we just booked her for one show,
Okay.
and that's it.
Mhm.
That he was in charge of that booking. So when
Okay.
so when Jag asked me about all the booking information and all that stuff, I ain't know all that stuff because I didn't book her. He booked her, but
Okay.
it came out of my budget. I paid for the show,
Yeah. Hmm. But what I'm trying to
so
understand, because I feel like she must have, like, there must have had some type of consequences for you to be hyper focused on her. Because the video I saw
no,
that
no,
was
no. I
hyper
wasn't.
focused.
I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't hyper focused on Jaguar Wright. I told you before. Like I said,
After,
you not listen.
yeah.
Listen. I wasn't hyper focused on Jaguar. I didn't know anything about a damn Jaguar right until 2024, and that's when I got sick, so I was on bed rest. So I had a lot of time to
Mhm.
actually just do nothing, which was YouTube, and that's where I discovered this whole new Jaguar right. And as I'm watching, I'm like, oh shit, I know her, you know what I mean? And I'm starting to look at all the stuff that she's been doing on YouTube, and I'm like, yo, that shit is crazy. But I didn't even know nothing about no black tea sector or nothing like
So
that.
you saw it as an
You, Danny,
opportunity.
I I learned about Jaguar Wright through y'all, through you and Danny and Ralph and
Through
OKP and
Danny, through
they're coming to
Danny.
think. That's how I learned
Mhm.
about Jaguar Wright. So therefore, it wasn't no hyper focus. It was just
No, no,
me
what
being
I'm
entertained. Like,
saying, I don't want you to be insulted by the fact that I'm using the word hyper focus, because what I'm saying about the hyper focus, I'm talking about now. I'm not talking about 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I'm talking about now because the video I saw, Okay, the video that you did that I shared, I was like, okay, that was a lot of research put into that video. That is some not some type of casual shit that happened. So you said
No,
that there was a big you said that there was a big consequence
that's
that
not like
happened. And yeah,
that video that you saw that you shared. That's nothing but my animations that I've been doing for the longest without the animation.
you
That's all
showed
that is.
you showed the Storm Monroe. You showed 82. Like at the end of the day, I edit too. I do video too. You have to take part of each part of the video, search for each part of the video, find what you're looking for. That is a lot of work.
And you guess where? And but here's the kicker. Guess
Mm-hmm.
where I discovered all that from? I discovered from watching Danny Robinson, you, Ralph DeWise, Incoming Opinion,
Yeah,
OKP,
but
things that
why would you remember all of this?
you said. Why would I
Because like
remember all of it? Because
when you do
I watched the content. I watched I was a subscriber watching the
yeah.
content.
But there's a lot of content. Like hyper focus on the Trevor Green thing. Like like I said, it's clear that something happened between both of y'all, and that clearly it. At the end of the day, I don't know why you don't want to be cool with that. Clearly, that had an impact on you. Your whole name
No,
is about someone
Maggie,
that.
you're not understanding. You're not, and I swear to God, I'm being perfectly honest with you.
Mhm.
Nothing happened. Besides what I told in my story, other than that, nothing happened. It was not a hyper focus. It's not what Jag is going to do. Jag and Sammy are going to try to spit a narrative. Oh, he's a stalker, and he's been stalking me for six.
I'm
Now
not
all of a
saying
sudden I've been
that.
stalking for 16 years. I ain't been stalking no goddamn Jaguar Wright for no. Like I said before, I just learned about this new Jaguar Wright in 2024. You know what I mean? This what 2 years ago, and like
Okay,
I'm green. I was green to the whole Jaguar Wright saga. Like it's
okay.
people
So
out there
you
right
did all
now
of
that
that.
know
So you did all
what
of
you say.
that because you did all of that with her as a subject, just as an opportunity. Is that correct?
No, not necessarily an opportunity. It was just, I'll be honest with you, it was just me trolling. That's all. And that just come from my comedy background, me being funny and stuff
Mhm.
like that. And be honest with you, I wasn't performing. I wasn't doing anything entertaining. So once I started looking at the content and stuff like that, and like, I didn't even know what a freaking troll was, or I wasn't even comment. Like the first time I ever commented on, in somebody's live and I seen my name pop up, I was in awe, like, oh shit, look at my comment. Like I was real green to this whole YouTube saga. Like this wasn't something that I've been doing for years. This wasn't something that I've been like I was introduced to all this by you guys. Not necessarily you because you were still green yourself because you still was
Thank
rocking with Jag. But I remember
you.
when you first came into the subject, Maggie.
Hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I
Like
understand that
we
you
was
watch all of that, but that's why I'm like I'm trying to understand if it's just opportunistic, like, oh okay, like at the end of the day I saw an opportunity and I took it to make my name a name for myself, which is acceptable of obviously, or if there was something deeper into it. At the end of the day, you're doing good work. Like that's all I have to
I,
say.
I took it as an opportunity to
Mm-hmm.
entertain people in the chats
Hmm.
and make them laugh. That's what
Yeah,
I
that's
got
all.
out of the most. What I got out of the most when I first started was people replying and responding to some of my jokes and stuff like that. Oh shit, Trevor, you. So it wasn't even about me or Jaguar, right? At a certain point in time, it was more for me. It was more so about me just entertaining the chat, having people laughing at my jokes, my materials, my one-liners and stuff like that. And that's my background. That's what I get a kick off. I get a kick off of entertaining people, entertaining the crowd and
Mhm.
stuff like that. So it's easy for me to go to a chat and stand out with, my one-liners, but that's what had me motivated. The Trevor Green name, because I didn't start out as Trevor Green. I started out as my regular name, Will Camp.
Okay.
So after after the whole Trevor Green story came about, which I knew was
Hmm.
bullshit, I was like, and then we was in Ralph chat, and everybody had names. We had Maggie's headband, Ralph's
Hmm.
bike, and stuff like that. And it's because of all those names, I said, "Oh, I'm gonna fuck him up with this name right here," and I picked Trevor Green.
So it
I
was
picked
only
Trevor
like a
Green, and
joke
I
because.
think I picked. No,
Mhm.
I was Jags Bonnet. I was Jags Bonnet, and I was Trevor Green. So I had
Okay.
those two troll names. The Trevor Green stood out for some
Mhm.
people who knew it, but a lot of people
And
didn't
because
know the Trevor Green.
it was triggering her. But like I said, I'm asking myself
No,
because
it wasn't.
you were
No, it
talking.
wasn't. it wasn't triggering her. It was reminding her of the lie that she told, and that was the whole point.
A
Of me
trigger
doing the whole.
is remembering something. Like, oh, you know what I mean?
Okay, when you say trigger, I'm gonna use the word line. It was the lie
Okay.
that she told that I based it on, and it's nothing new. I'm not gonna sit up here and try to go back and forth with a whole bunch of people on the internet because everybody on the internet already know. You got some people who believe it, you got some people who don't. It is what it is.
Oh
But
no, me, I'm just trying to understand you. I don't like at the end of the day, Jag is a liar. Everyone knows Jag is a liar. Okay, like Jag be lying, Jag is a liar. What I'm trying to understand is because at the end of the day, your whole identity is wrapped up into Jag. Like your name that you use is literally someone that she said did think that's what Trevor Green done to me. Okay, and then
yeah,
I'm sorry, I just
based
thought
on
about the singing.
based on a story. But guess what? I worked my way
Yeah.
out. Like it was a huge amount of time that I was using the Trevor Green name in King
Mhm.
World's chat when we was covering Ali Carter. And
Mhm.
that name had nothing to do with Jaguar Wright when I was in his chat because I wasn't cracking no Jaguar Wright jokes. I was cracking Ali Carter jokes. The same thing when I was doing the score system on your panel. Nobody wasn't
Question
saying,
for
"Oh
you.
shit, here come Trevor Green out to troll
Mhm.
Jag or stalking Jag." No, they was like, "We need Trevor Green to do the points. We need him to keep score." So
Mhm.
what I brought to the table exceeded the name of Trevor Green as far as my creativity and me just being funny and witty and entertaining people. So Trevor
But
Green might.
when you were talking about Ali Carter, you could have called yourself Ali Carter's mother's name, or you could have called yourself a bunch of things that had something to do with Ali Carter, but you chose to be with the whole Jags atmosphere, let's say. And that's why I
Nobody knew.
thought it
Nobody
was
want to talk about. Nobody wasn't talking about Jag. Even if I had the name Trevor Green when I was doing when we was doing the Ali Carter thing, nobody wasn't talking. We wasn't talking about. Nobody wasn't putting that two and two together with Jag. People still to this day. There's like, oh shit, Trevor Green. Oh, that's the guy. They don't. Only Jaguar and the people who know insinuate that name with Trevor Green and
most
Jag.
people
The
know
people
it's about
that
most
know and know it
people
was
know.
bullshit and was a lie.
Most people know, but what interests me is
What you say?
you chose that name. You chose that name. You kept that name. And I thought it was, and you kept talking about Jack. And I don't want to say that it's obsession or anything. That's why I was like, okay, like maybe she did something to this man. And that's why he wants to make sure that people know what
And
she
I'm
is.
no, and I can say that, and I can come up here and I can tell a whole bunch of lies and stories about how she did
Mhm,
this and this, that, and the third. When I'm telling the story about the situation at the
mhm,
club when she did the show, it wasn't because she
mhm.
did something to me. It was just
Okay.
a story based on when I met her, and
Okay.
as far as her work ethics and how she and stuff like that. It's the same, and the story is a little bit more in depth too. I can go in, but I'm not. But
Mhm,
is more so it was the same situation as far as the BB film situation where
mhm.
they brought in it's nothing different from that is what I'm trying to say.
I
You know
think
what I
it's
mean? It's
really
nothing
different
new.
because that was one night. The BB film, she had a whole, like they really constructed. They wanted to like they wanted to use Jag as a way to, like a Wendy William or something. You know what I mean?
I
So
ain't
that's
talking
where
about
I'm
that.
like,
I'm talking about when he picked her up I'm talking about when
if someone from the BB film would come up and do all those video on Jag, I wouldn't call it obsession. I would call it, well, clearly they want people to know what
I'm
the
not
fuck is wrong with her. Yeah.
when I speak on BB films, I'm talking about the situation where the guy picked her up and she stripped in the car. That's the only situation I'm talking about. Like that. That's the relatable thing for me when I heard the
Okay.
BB Films storyline. So a lot of the things that was saying,
Mm-hmm.
I was kind of picking in on her, I've caught a lot of stuff that she said. I'm like, shut up, Jack. You sitting there fucking lying. In my mind, because I know, I'm like, shut up. When she's talking about her artistry and how she and all that stuff, I'm like, come on, Jack. You sure you wasn't even like that when I booked you? And that's what I'm thinking in my mind as me, not as Trevor Green. So when I'm doing these Trevor Green cartoons and animation stuff like that, yeah, a lot of my stuff wasn't based on what Jag is doing now or what she was doing current. All my stuff was based on what she's done in the past. And I learned that by watching the content creators on YouTube. That's why it's easy for me to produce some of these, these
Yeah, it's
cartoons and
easy
stuff
for
like
you,
that
but it's
because
a choice. But
I
it's
can
a choice.
recollect. I can recollect based on what I've seen and heard
Mhm.
from other content creators, not what I've actually sat down and dealt with or or watch and being entertained by Jag, because she had already done all those shenanigans. I was in awe because I was new to it. And I'm like, damn, she did all this, she did all of that's crazy, and just my
So
comedy
you just
background came up with
decided
the whole.
to So you just decided to go after her, like the Trevor Green that was just, oh, ha ha ha, like I also call myself Jack's Bonnet. But then you started doing video and you decided to call yourself Trevor Green and to continue to talk about her and to make it mostly
No,
about her. So it was only
I, I,
because you already you already made a name for yourself in the sector. That's why you were like, let me just continue in that direction.
to be honest with you, I think I made Trevor Green a name without Jag. I think I made Trevor Green a name in the chats with just my jokes and stuff like that. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I
Like
do
all my
believe
jokes,
that you
all
had a big impact.
excuse me.
I do believe you had a big impact.
I mean,
Did you
yeah,
hear me?
and my
Uh-huh.
thing, yeah, I can hear you. My thing is like that's what I took. That's what I took pride in. I took pride in
Hmm.
um entertaining people in the chats. Like, anytime I said something and somebody came back with laughing my ass off, or Trevor, you crazy, or crying and stuff like that. That's what I got off on as an entertainer, like not just somebody randomly doing it. I mean, that's me. If when I get on stage and I tell a joke and the crowd laugh, I get hyped. After the show, I'm like, oh shit, I said that joke. I knew this joke was gonna kill. I knew that, you know what I mean? Or somebody said great set, good performance and stuff like that. I get off on that as a performer, not a troll. So like I said before, I didn't even know what a freaking troll was or a troll
Hmm.
farm was until I came into this whole YouTube Jaguar Wright atmosphere and stuff like
Hmm.
that. You know what I mean? Like this was all new to me. So she like once again she didn't do anything to me. Yeah, I booked her. She had a bad show. Yes, her neck did smell like mildew. Yes, I did get that close
Hmm.
to her forehead. So and it's like and when you and I heard you make the comment about how would he know what her neck smelled like? Because I was that close to her. Like what I mean,
That
we was
that's crazy, but I'm not judging you for wanting to f her. What I wanted to understand for me, it's mostly about why that name, why the interest in her, and what I'm understanding now from talking to you is that it was just like opportunity mostly, and that you are a comedian, so you're not trying to bring justice to Trevor Green or whoever the fuck Trevor Green or Sip, because they were also talking about Sip. So it's not about that. It's not about really like talking about her and all her, like, what she is as a person. It's mostly about making people laugh.
I think I think Trevor Green is the name of a lie that Jag told. That's all. That's it. Like
So
it's
for
no
you, like
trying
I
to
said,
get
it's not
justice for
about
Trevor
like, it's
Green.
not about justice, it's about ha ha ha.
No, the justice for Trevor Green. That's the punchline. That's the punchline. And when we're setting up jokes and stuff like that, is we use setups, premise, punchlines. The punchline is the joke. The punchline for me was the justice for Trevor Green. Like,
Hmm.
and that's how I started out. I wasn't really saying. I just was like justice for Trevor Green. That's funny
Okay, that's
if
a
you hear
joke.
the story, motherfucker. And trust me, like everybody was like, saying justice for Trevor Green. There's still people that say justice for Trevor Green to this day, and I've been operating with that
Mhm.
name for 2 years. So it's not like and I can probably sell a T-shirt right now that said "Justice for Trevor Green," and I'm pretty sure somebody
You could.
probably would buy. So
Yeah,
if
somebody
you want
would. Mhm.
exactly, so
But
if you
my
want to
question
think about
is,
it,
no,
like
but my
it's not a
question has
starting
always been
thing.
about why. It's the why for me. Like, I believe that you did, like, bring up that name and make it more of a household name in the black tea sector. I do agree with that. My question was, why is it that fit like that fixation on Jag. And I was like, okay, maybe it's because Jag did something to him, because I heard someone said in my chat that she was the cause that she lost a job. And that's when I was saying, I don't believe that.
Uh, that was wrong. That was wrong. That was she didn't
Okay.
lose. I didn't lose my job. Nobody lost their job behind it. I
Okay.
fell out with people behind her performance, and that's what I was saying. Like it was a good. Like I was upset that me and my manager fell out behind that.
Yeah.
Not that I fell out with Jaguar Wright or anything like that. Like I said before, after Jaguar Wright, I went on to work with plenty artists. I probably didn't even think. I'm honest. I probably didn't even think about Jaguar Wright until the next day, until my DJ put some dumbass quote on Facebook, and I was like, "Why would you put that dumb?" He's like, I got to be neutral, man. I got to be neutral and fair with people. I got to, So it was. I
I
wasn't
see
thinking
that
about
some
her, and
people
I
are
wasn't
saying, why
fixated
did
on her.
Jag lie is the question. Because she's a liar. Okay, and why she lied is because she doesn't want Jay-Z to actually have something to sue her with. Like, that's why I was like, that video is really good because it shows a
Of
lot.
course. You see how
Hmm.
fast I got Doc? Why hasn't Trevor Green been Doc? We know his name. We've been knowing his name for the last 2 years. Have you seen a mugshot of Trevor Green,
I have not, but
Madgie?
but sincerely, like I said, I don't believe her. Like for me, that's not even something
Exactly.
to
So
argue
it's like,
on.
you ain't even
My
go
interest is
would you?
you. My interest is you as to why the video on her, why the continuation, why that name even. You know what I mean?
The
Like that
video
was
that
why I
I
was.
did,
That's why, because I was
that
like,
was
you could have called, because she said a multiple lie, and you could have called yourself about multiple lie, but you chose that one. Like you could have continued by being Jack's Bonnet, but you decided to remain Trevor Green, and that's why I was like, maybe there is something
oh
to
yeah,
do with like men, like you were talking about Stip. I was like, maybe he saw something about her,
because
and now he needs to.
that Trevor
Mhm.
Green, that Trevor Green lie just came out. So that Trevor Green lie was
Mhm.
popping. So I went with the popping lie. It was popping. It was a
Okay.
popping lie. It was
Okay.
a big thing at that point in time, but I didn't just come out with the whole. I started Trevor Green once she did the whole lie thing, and I seen everybody reporting on it. I was like, "Oh shit, they finally popped it! They popped it!" And I'm listening to the whole story, and I'm like, "She's sitting here lying like a motherfucker. She know damn well, no goddamn." Man. And I'm in Philly, so she's saying all these places and stuff like that, and I'm like,
Hmm.
man, she sitting up here telling this book. Now, I'm not saying, and then I even dug a little deeper into the story and I found out some other things that kind of contradicts her whole story. And then I even thought about hitting the streets and taking my shit to the next level as far as a documentary called Where's Trevor Green, and walking the streets of Lancaster Avenue, where she said all this happened at, and interviewing people and asking people and stuff like that. And then I thought about it and I was like, yo, you know what? That would make for a good documentary. And then I thought about it again. I was like, sit your dumb ass down somewhere. Ain't nobody, don't nobody know no goddamn Trevor Green.
Okay. So for you, it was mostly opportunistic. And then now you continue because it's a good way to, you caught up on in the wrong thing.
No, it wasn't. It
Queen,
wasn't.
I
You
don't know
saying
who you are.
opportunistic. It wasn't that. Like I said before,
Yes,
I
it
was a
was, but it's
troll.
not bad. It's not bad. It's not bad to use an opportunity, to see an opportunity and go towards it. We call that being an entrepreneur. Like it's normal. You saw an opportunity, that you saw that the Trevor Green thing was popping, that people were laughing at her Trevor Green shit, and you decided to call yourself Trevor Green. It makes sense. It's not a bad thing. Like I don't understand why
Yeah,
some
I
people
didn't look
think
at it as
to
a bad
do
thing.
that being because that's what
And I
entrepreneurs do. He sees an opportunity and he goes for it. That's how you make money.
That's pretty much what Jaguar Wright does. Jaguar Wright,
Mhm.
she's known for being a conspiracy theorist. She's known for talking about
Yeah,
celebrities, and she's capitalized off of that, creating content,
yeah.
doing interviews, getting cash apps, doing the GoFundMe's and stuff like that. It's the nature of the internet. I'm pretty sure that's probably why you got my name in the title, because it's the nature of the internet, is what's trending, what's popping and stuff like that.
Well,
You
you
know what I
are
mean?
popping, but I put your name because I was going to talk. Like I said, I was going to talk about you.
Now you ain't got to talk about it, but you can talk to
Why
me.
you keep you using the word opportunistic? Because it is opportunistic. Like using that name, using the momentum. You could have used your real name.
Okay.
There is a reason why
You
you
know
use
what?
that name, and that's smart.
I think, and I appreciate that. And you know what? I will embrace that. Yes, it was a great opportunity. I didn't think it would, and I'll be honest with you, I wasn't expecting all this from me
Exactly.
using the name. I just was
Hmm.
happy with making the few people in Ralph chat laughed with the name, and and
Exactly.
it really got big because Jag started talking about it. She ain't had to say shit. People weren't really harping on it and stuff like that. Like when
Yeah.
I first entered, people sometimes people had to put two and two together, but it wasn't me just in the chat like as Trevor Green. It was me in the chat as Trevor Green, and what I was pushing in the chat, the entertainment that I was pushing in the chat. You know what I mean? That's probably what made the name Trevor Green stand out more, and that's probably what made it stand out more as far as me being witty and funny, as opposed to a Trevor Green troll for Jag.
Okay. And other really quite random question for you. How do you feel about the Sammy of it all, the doxing of it all? Like, I know that they showed your
It's
thing, and
YouTube.
I was like, I didn't know if that was you or not. The picture that they showed.
It's that was me, and they could have picked it. If they're gonna dox somebody, at least pick a better picture. Yeah, I mean, I probably was all high and fucking depressed. I look stupid, and trust me, I felt way more stupider than I look. Trust me, believe me, folks, when I say that. So it is what it is. Is you got to have tough skin. I learned that you got to have tough skin. I'm not
Yeah.
the first person that ever been doxed on YouTube. I'm not gonna
No.
bitch and complain about it. Like I said in one of my videos, if you can't stand the heat, stay the fuck out the kitchen. That's why I'm in that motherfucker cooking up right now as we speak. But
that was not.
I mean,
She did. At the end of the day, like for me, the doxing thing, it depends on your definition of doxing. Showing your mugshot is not doxing you. It's public
okay,
information, but it
yep.
depends on the person. Like showing the inside of your home, that I will call doxing.
I mean, tomato is all in the same format to me. And you know what?
No.
It's just about how you react to it. It's like
Mm-hmm.
I heard, like everybody's saying like how they've been doxxed, and everybody, like that might,
It
what that might
depends.
be
Mm-hmm.
Maggie. I might have to make that a category in the second annual BTS award. The worst docs. That might have to be a category. I
You're
don't
probably
know.
gonna put you're probably not gonna put the actual person that is the worst doxer, like Trevor Green. So
No, I said the worst docs, not the worst doxer. The worst docs. Who's been
you
doxed
will
worse?
not put
Like my
the person
I'm
that was the
saying,
worst. You're not
motherfuckers
gonna.
on me.
Huh?
Look, see, you want me to give it to Danny Robinson so bad. Look at you. Look at you. Stop your
No,
shit, Maggie. Stop.
what I'm saying to you, and I need you to relax. Okay, I know you came up because I said Danny was taking your type of animation. Relax. Okay, what I'm telling you is
No,
that you will not be
that was wrong.
fair. So it doesn't matter to me that like, oh, you inspire me. That's why I don't like your thing. But like that
And you know
last
what?
video. Mm-hmm,
And that's fine. Like be honest
mm-hmm.
with you, she was doing the animations way before me. I was in her chat watching her stuff. Night
Yeah,
and
she was
Day was
doing
doing animations
animation
way
before
before.
you. I agree. You can like for me it was simply the style of it. It was the joke of it.
Okay,
But
well the style
I understand that you don't want to
and,
get her
and
mad. Don't worry.
no no
We're
no
not going
no
to talk
no no
about
no
it
no
while
no
you're
no
here.
no.
We're
I'm
not
gonna
going to
I'm
talk
gonna say
about
this.
it while you're
I'm gonna
here.
say this. I'm gonna say this, and I'll be honest with you. I don't know if you're talking about the style because it was the ET thing, but my last animation about Sammy with the ET thing, I actually got that from Danny, and everybody knows
Okay.
that. So it's not, like, and I'm not defending her like at
Yeah,
all,
for
but
sure.
it is what it is. You want me to be honest and tell the truth? No, I got that from her. I got that whole
Hmm.
concept from Danny. So it's not like
Okay, that's
she's
good.
taking my. It's not that.
That's good. Like I said, at the end of the day, for me, that reminded of me of you. That's why I said it. That was all. That was it.
Yeah, and I was impressed and inspired. So I mean,
Mhm.
like
Yeah, of course
sometimes
you
we
were
need that.
inspired.
Sometimes still sharp and still. So
Mhm.
we need to inspire each other and stuff like that, and be motivated by what other people do and stuff like that. And that's why I like to say neutral sometimes. And I
You're
know you
not
don't like my
neutral,
videos and stuff
Trevor
like that. Or you don't
Green.
watch them and stuff like that. And it could possibly be about Danny, but all my what you
You're
say?
not neutral. The thing is, why I don't watch you and I barely watch you and I don't recommend you is just because I don't think you're neutral. Like when you say I was watching you, I was watching this, I'm like, you were watching Danny. And if Danny would happen to talk about me, then you would see me. Like I
So why
recognize
don't you think?
someone
I
that's
mean, and
pandering, but
I,
I know when someone is pandering to
I
her.
understand
That's
why
why
you
I
think I'm.
don't like people who panders to her. But at the end of the day, that is not why I wanted to talk to you. Even though I did realize what the timing of when you came on. Like I'm not stupid. You know what I mean? I can see that
Oh,
I
Maggie,
started
look,
saying,
no,
"Oh, the animation looked like that," and I was asking the
I
question
was,
to the chat, and
no,
then you came
I
up.
was going. I was going to. Okay, you can think that way, but so let me be honest with you and tell you
Well,
that
mhm,
that brought me up. That brought me up sooner, but I was planning on coming on your
mhm,
panel anyway, just by you having me
mhm.
up there, and just so I can explain to you because you made the comments about me stalking her for 16 years. That's really what I wanted to come up here for, just to
Okay,
clarify.
that's
No,
all.
I
I
wasn't
will
stalking no
apologize
damn.
for that. I will apologize for
I
that
appreciate that.
because
I
for me,
appreciate
the
that.
thing was okay. So you have been on her since 2010. You know what I mean? But then when you explain
No.
that no, that happened to you in 2010, and then you happen to see her back on YouTube 14 years later. Like it's a
Yeah, exactly.
coincidence.
Yeah, and so
It makes sense. It makes sense. It's not a big deal. Like the only thing that I was asking myself, because like I said, some people told me that, oh, she made him lose his job, she made him this, and I was like, okay, that may be why he's having such a hyper focus on her. But in the reality, it's more about
and
that this is gonna make people laugh, and what you want is to make people laugh and have a good time. So you know what to do to make
thank
them laugh.
thank you. Thank you. Yes,
No,
thank you. And
that's the
that's all
point of
that's all
that's the
we're
point of
saying,
having
people. Like,
conversation.
I know sometimes it might seem like I might be biased and stuff like that
You are.
towards Danny or
Yes.
Ralph or OKP or what things. But I'm biased toward people who I like and I like their content. I appreciate everything that Danny
Mhm.
does with her content. I appreciate everything that Ralph does with his content. I appreciate what everybody does with their
Okay,
content
can I ask you a
to
question
actually.
then? Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
What do you appreciate about her content exactly?
Okay, I'll be honest with you. Number
Mm-hmm.
one, whether you like it or not, Danny reminds me of my cousin Katina. Me and my cousin Katina are so goofy and we laugh a lot and all this. And when
She's not
Danny is
goofy.
is doing her commentary and stuff like that, she even has the same laugh as my cousin. So sometimes she make me laugh just by hearing her laugh.
Oh,
Like now, okay, you might not like that, but you asked me, so I'm just telling you
no,
what
I
it
said
is.
okay.
Like
I
whether
said
you like it.
okay.
Okay, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Number two, I've
Mm-hmm.
started out watching that. When I started out in Ralph chat, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then I went to Danny Robinson's chat because I kept hearing Jag talk about Danny. I'm like, who the hell is Danny Robinson? Blah, blah, blah. So now I'm like, well, I gotta go find Danny. It took me a while to find Danny Robinson, and then when I finally found her, I start watching her content. This is when she was doing a
Mm-hmm.
lot of content on Jag. So
Yes.
this is where I got a lot of my research from was from Danny
Mm-hmm.
Robinson page and stuff like that. Because she does good with receipts on Jag bullshit. That's number two. Number
Mm-hmm.
three, I like how I loved how she break things down and how she was neutral. And number four, I loved her chat. Her chat was fun. We had a ball in her chat. We always had fun in
She's
Danny
not
chat. So it
neutral.
was
For the
always
love of God, Trevor Green, come on, don't annoy me already. Like she's not neutral.
I know what you asked.
I will
You
give you
asked, Maggie.
everything else. I will give you
Okay,
anything
look.
else
Okay,
that you want.
all right, let's go off of Danny Robinson. You know what I liked about your chat? I love coming
No,
in
no, no, no,
doing the
no. I
school
want to know
affiliate
what you
chat.
like about her because literally for me, it's impossible to imagine why someone will like her. Like that's how much I dislike her. But I know it's not fair.
Okay,
You know what I mean? I
okay,
know it's not fair.
I know,
But
but Maggie,
I dislike her with such
I'm
an
sitting here telling you.
intensity. I don't want to because the thing is, I like my chat. I know why people would like my chat. I like my chat. I don't understand why anyone would like Danny. So what I'm asking you is to explain to me. But then the moment you start telling me stuff like she's neutral, I'm like, she's not neutral. Everything she says that Jag lies, but Jag is a liar. So that's in her
I
heart.
never said neutral. I said she was very good with providing the receipts and
You
stuff like that
You said she
with
was
Jack.
neutral. That's what literally made me go, what? Okay,
No,
because
I
before
was
that, you were saying that you like her chat. She reminds you of your cousin. She has a great laugh. I didn't say anything about any of that. But the moment you say neutral, I'm like, she ain't neutral. I don't appreciate the lies.
She
You
was
can tell me she was on Jack's ass and
okay.
that
You
made
don't
me laugh.
appreciate. I know, but see, I wasn't following anything outside of
Mm-hmm.
when Danny was talking about Jaquilla Robinson and stuff like that. I wasn't paying attention. I wasn't watching that and stuff like that. I wasn't. It was a while when I wasn't in. When I was in King World's chat,
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even really going into Danny's chat like that until they
Mm-hmm.
had a falling out. And as a matter of fact, to be honest with you, Danny blocked Trevor Green. I was blocked from Danny Green chat before. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? So she was to me she was neutral. And then I realized what I did for her to block me, and you
What
know
did you do?
I went on King Worlds. This is when they was the whole. I see, like I said before, I was green to the whole Danny Robinson situation. I didn't know nothing about the
So
mystical.
you needed to obey her? Is that what you're saying?
I know you're not letting me tell my. You want to
Okay,
hear the
I'm
story?
listening. I'm listening. I'm listening.
Okay, so we was in King World chat. We wasn't because we was
Oh, can
discussing
I just
Ali Carter.
let me just answer EJ? Give me 1 second. EJ, now you can finally give her a compliment. Finally, you dumb bitch. I thought you were going to be out. Get the fuck out of my chat. Thank you. Please continue.
Be nice, Madge. I thought you said you was going to change, but anyway, um, no, I was in King World
I'm
chat,
not none.
and we were okay, and the whole subject line for months was Ali Carter. So I wasn't really
Mm-hmm.
tapping into. I think Danny might have been covering something else, but then King World and Danny fell out. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm listening.
Oh, King World and Danny fell out because he started
Mhm.
snooping and doing a whole investigation thing on who Danny was, and then that's when he came up with the whole soul cyclist thing. And when he
Yeah.
said that, like because I'm green and I don't know nothing about it, I'm like, oh shit, they found out who Danny Robinson. I'm like, is it that crazy? And then so I made a comment in his chat saying, I said you're Thanos now because they're the Avengers,
Mm-hmm.
and that might have rubbed some people the wrong way. And then
Oh, it
next thing you
definitely
know,
did.
and Danny don't
Mm-hmm.
like flip floppers. And I understand. I can understand that. I wouldn't feel right if somebody was in somebody else's chat talking shit and then they came in my chat too. So I can understand that. So and
You were
that was the
but were
fault.
you talking shit or did you just say, "Oh shit, you found out who she was"? Were you talking
I was
shit?
trolling. I was being what I was, which was a troll. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It don't make a difference, how I
Mm-hmm.
said it or what I said, it offended her. You know what I mean? So therefore she
Yeah,
blocked me. You know
she
what I
gets
mean?
offended easily. Like, yes, so she got offended because you said, "Oh my God, we're gonna know who she is," which offended her, and
No,
you
that's
can
no, no,
understand.
no, no, no. It's not that. It was
So what
I
did you
was
say? What did you say?
I was co-signing it to her, and I can see where I was
Yeah,
co-signing what he
I'm
was
sure you can
saying, not
understand.
knowing
I'm sure
not.
you can
I was
understand.
speaking on shit that I shouldn't have been speaking on, not knowing the whole storyline. Now, had I known the whole storyline and that the whole Danny Robinson thing was
Didn't know
exclusive,
about.
you know what I mean?
Oh my God, I love it. Please continue.
I would have just minded because what happened was
Hmm.
I made a comment and then King World blew the fucking comment up like, Trevor, you know what I'm talking about? Like, so that made it even worse. So I get it. Trust me, I can put two and two together real fast. And I'm like,
Yeah, it's easy to understand. Like, you cannot talk badly about her. It's terrible.
what you mean?
Like
I can talk,
we're
I can
agreeing
talk,
right now,
do I
right?
get you? I
We're
can talk.
agreeing right now.
No, yes, no, yeah, I can talk bad about anybody,
You cannot
Maggie.
talk
Not
bad
just
about her. You cannot talk bad about her. Don't do that.
for what? Why would I do I talk bad about you?
No,
Do I go around? Do I
you
go
talk bad
around?
about me,
Do,
Trevor,
when I
please.
what
Okay?
what
Trevor,
what was it?
please. I'm not scary
Listen,
like her. She's
let,
scary.
let, let,
Don't talk bad
now,
about
let me
her.
explain to you. Let me explain something to you. There's no way
Yeah.
I can talk bad about anybody when my material is based on what y'all say. Those aren't my words. That's the words that's coming out of y'all mouth. So how am I talking bad about anybody if all I'm doing is animating and putting the voice of what y'all saying on the
You decide what you animate, Trevor, please.
Yes, so that's not me
You
talking bad about
decided,
it. That's me just
Trevor,
putting a
Trevor,
storyline
you
together. That's
decide
all.
who you are, what you animate, you decide what part to animate. You decide to deliberately take animation that will not reflect her in any type of bad light. You make that choice,
No,
okay? But it's not bad.
but the
I'm not
people,
mad at you. Okay, I'm
but
not mad
listen,
at
I don't
you.
have to do
I'm
that
asking,
because the
I'm
people
simply
are.
asking you a question as to why you
Okay,
like her. And now I understand that it's about her reminding you of your family members,
I
her
love,
laugh,
I love her.
the
I love
fact
her
that she's a
content.
neutral queen, the fact that when you speak bad about her and then she gets mad at you, that's absolutely understandable and acceptable. What else is there that is
However,
likable about her?
however, however you want to format it, Maggie, I'm fine with it.
I'm not
I'm fine
forming
with it.
that. Okay, what did I say? What, like in the resume I gave? What, give me one thing I said that was wrong.
Let's. How about this? Let's just go with everything that you said was right.
Okay.
That's it. I mean, that was. I don't. I'm not going. I'm not. I'm not going to sit up here because that's going to be the thing. You want you. You're going to. No matter what I say, it's not going to sound right. It's not going to look
But
right.
what did
And
I
that's
say
you
that
know.
was?
And
You said you're the one who
that's
said that
something.
you wanted to say what I said that was right. But then you said,
Yeah.
"Oh no, let's like, what do you want?" I'm just asking you a question. Why are you getting stressed? Do you feel the
I'm not.
smoke
I'm not.
coming?
I'm
Don't
not. I'm
worry,
not getting
don't
stressed.
worry,
All.
don't
I'm,
worry. But
no, no,
don't
no.
stress. You don't need to stress.
You, you see what you're doing right now, Maggie? I just said I'm not getting stressed, and you still pushing
That's
the
cool.
issue like, no, you're
And
stressed,
I
you're
said you
stressed.
shouldn't
So
be.
guess
You
what?
shouldn't be.
Okay,
You shouldn't
okay. Well,
be.
let me not be stressed anymore. Let me woosah woosah. I'm not stressed
Mhm.
anymore. Okay,
You're
we can
not.
move
You
on from
shouldn't
there.
be. There is no reason to be. Like, I'm just asking you a simple question. You told me a simple story about your comment being blown up on King World, and then that made her that she took that shit personally. And then you understood because you know how terrible of you to put a comment on her, which is a reason why you like her because she's so neutral. Is that not what you said?
Okay.
I'm so confused. Like, what is it that I don't understand? I seem to not understand something.
Why are you so confused? Why? I don't understand why you confused if you got all the answers. I
No,
tried to give you.
I'm
I tried
asking
to
you,
tell
why are
you,
you
and
mad,
you.
Trevor? Trevor, you seem to be being a
I'm
little on the defensive. Do you want us
no,
to
I'm
change
not.
the
Why you,
subject?
Maggie?
We can
Maggie,
change. We can change the
no, I'm not
subject. Why
mad.
don't
I'm just
you
trying to.
feel?
I'm trying to get you to land your plane. I'm not mad. I'm figuring you're going to land your plane some type of time. I'm not. Why you
I'm
keep?
not
I'm not
landing no
mad. I'm not
plane.
mad at all.
I'm not a pilot. I'm just simply I'm trying to make sure that I understand what you're saying. And instead of just telling me, no, Madgie, you got it wrong, or Madgie, you got it right, you're like getting defensive. I'm just asking you,
No, I'm not.
like,
I don't. I don't think I'm getting offensive. But no, you
okay,
got it.
like
You got it.
I
You
think
got it.
I
You
said
got
what
it.
I
You
said.
got it half right.
Didn't you
You got
say
it.
that she reminds you of your cousin and she has a laugh like your cousin and that makes you laugh? Is that not what you said?
Yes, that's exactly what I said.
So I repeat that, and you're like, oh,
Okay,
and I'm like,
that's
okay.
fine.
So then
I'm
I
not saying
say,
I didn't
okay,
say
you said that she was
I didn't say You make
okay.
like
So
please
let's
listen,
continue.
Maggie. Listen,
Okay,
listen.
so
I
then let's
listen, listen.
continue. So you're not flustered, and you're not mad. Is that correct?
No. Exactly.
Okay, so just to make sure that I understand correctly, because I just want to be sure that I understand. Okay, so you like
Okay.
her because she reminds you of your family member. That's cool. We are cool with that.
Yep. You can go with that.
Okay, cool. You like her also because she was talking about Jag and denouncing Jag. Are we in agreement with that?
I love the way she broke down the whole Jag saga and how she always
So
brought receipts to the
exactly.
table concerning Jag. And those receipts
Oh,
help
yeah, she
me,
brought receipt to
help
the
me
table.
create my. Oh, can I finish, Magic? Can I finish, please?
Yeah, for sure.
Those receipts help me move forward and do my research on Jag
Mhm,
so that I could create the content that I'm creating now. It made it a whole
mhm.
lot easier for me because all I had to think about was, oh shit, I remember Danny said this about, oh, let me go look that up and stuff. So yeah,
So
I
when you
appreciate
were
her
watching the
content
Storm
and
Monroe
what she brings to the
video and
table
you
as
were,
far as
because like I saw your video and most of the video seems to be about the Storm Monroe video and then about 82's live with Jag. right? But instead of
Yeah, hence
actually thinking,
that's why the name of
instead
it
of
is.
actually thinking Storm Monroe or thinking 82, you are blowing Danny instead. It's so cute.
So I don't understand that about
Like
my last video. My last
it's
video ain't
really
had nothing to
cute.
do with Danny.
It's really cute.
My
But
last
yeah,
video
okay.
didn't have anything to do with Danny.
I'm talking about your last video. That's the video that I'm like, oh wow, that was really well researched.
Yeah.
And that video, what in the name of
Oh,
fuck
thank
are
you.
you, why are you
But
talking about Danny? But yeah, no,
but
that's fine.
that video is that video stimulates from like, see, you don't watch my page. So if you watch my page, you would know that those videos
No,
are a compilation
I watched
of
a little of your video. I
things are
said that to
already
you.
covered in the
I
past.
said that to you. I don't watch a lot
Okay.
of your video because
Okay.
most of your video are, in my opinion, and that's my little opinion. You can ask me why I think that. I think your video are biased. Okay, but after that, the last video for the first time, because I watch your video and then there's a moment that happened and I start rolling my eyes and then I close it. But that was the first video that I didn't roll my
So,
eyes.
so probably because it didn't have Danny in it.
That's why I don't even understand why you're like,
Right.
Danny, Danny. I'm like, that was 82. That was Storm Monroe. That was even Star Report.
Oh,
I don't understand why that has to do with Danny and her. But you know what? Everyone has to do what they need to do in life.
that video,
But
that yeah,
let's
I think
continue.
you missing the point sometimes. It's going over your head, Maggie. That video had nothing to do with Danny.
I
Why
know,
you
I
keep
agree.
bringing up that video ain't had nothing to do?
You are the one who keeps on
Yeah. So
saying
what?
that I found the information because of Danny. Okay, I'm not the one saying that. You're the one saying that.
No. I'm
And
talking about. I'm not.
what I'm
Talking
telling
about.
you,
I'm
what
talking
I
about my
am
video.
telling you, what I
Listen, you
am
keep.
telling you is that you should be praising 82 or Storm Monroe or Star Report, but here you are blowing Danny. Okay, so I'm like, that's just funny to me.
But I'm not
Why is it
basing
not
what I'm talking
funny?
about Danny on that last video. I'm talking about all my videos that I've done in the past, not
Mhm.
that one video that you just saw. I'm talking about all
I
the
thought
research
that
that
one
I've done
too
on my
because
past videos.
the other one are not
They
research.
don't. What I, what I, this is what I'll say to you, Maggie.
Mhm.
When you get a chance, look at some of my material that don't have nothing to do with Danny, and you'll understand a little bit more. That's all.
Mhm. So yes, moral of the story,
That's
she
all. And
reminds
I'm
you
not.
of your family. She reminds you of your family, and also she is neutral, and you liked how she did with Jack. Is there anything else that you like about her?
Well, no, we can keep it right. We can leave it right there. I think that's enough, right? We'll make this about Danny. I thought we was talking about Jag.
No, because I already know Jag is a liar. Proving that Jag is a liar is like proving the sky is blue. Thank you for your help, but we
You
can
know
all
what?
see it.
I agree with. I totally agree with you, Matt. You're
So for me
1,000%
saying,
right
"Oh
on
my
that
God,
one.
you did such a good work on Jag," I'm like, a leprechaun can make a good work on Jag. Like Jag be lying every 2 to 3 business day. And I think
I agree with you on
sincerely,
that.
the video that you did was really good, Trevor. Okay, because I was in the situation when that whole situation happened, and Jag would tell me, "Oh, it's AI, it's this, it's that, it's blah blah blah," and then just D. And I love that you showed the actual past because a lot of people lie about that situation with Storm Monroe, which is why I know that you did not take your information from the other one because that person keeps on lying. It was clearly stated that it was just D that did the research that broke it down. And I was like, okay. But when I see all the video of all that you shown also like the live chat, you showed so many things, you showed Essie, you showed like it was really good.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And that was
Like it
just
was
to give
really
people,
good.
and that was because of the whole. I think that the whole conversation with Jag started about the whole Trevor Green name and me changing my channel name from Trevor Green. And then I
Mhm.
wanted to, for the people who forgot or wasn't aware or or not even familiar with the whole Trevor Green
Yeah, because
situation,
if that
I just wanted
video
to
was
bring
there
that
back
part out.
then, If the video was there back then, there is no one in hell that would have believed Jack. You know what I mean? Like how the people were talking about it and how they were showing, it was a lot of telling and not showing. You show shit. Like you showed the bullshit.
And
Like
but I also do that.
it was easy to
Yeah.
follow. It was so good. Like I really mean it. I was like, oh, that shit is good, man. Like there is no way in hell that
And,
if I was with Jag and I watched that video, if I would continue to stay, oh, Jag is not lying, I would be full of shit and an opportunist.
and that's a good example of people that want to, believe all the bullshit and
Mhm.
not do their due diligence or research. You know what I mean? Like it's easy to research me as an individual, but I can't. I find it funny how people can sit up there and condone a lie without doing their research. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? And
and I
then
will talk
go
about
so far
myself. I
as
did
to
that. Hmm. Like doing the research,
yeah,
like
because I
sometimes it looks like so much work, but when it's put up like in one video and you are like, oh, no, 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 like it was so well done. Like I really liked it. I think like, oh, blah, blah. I'm like, no, I really liked the video.
yeah, and and the people are
And it was
engaging with it. Is
one of the first video that I didn't see the pandering. It was just those are the fact. There was no one that you liked more or like less. It was just those are the fact. Those that is what happened. That is what how it happened. That's the order of sequence. That was a really good video.
Thank you. And people are engaging with it. It's close to 100 comments right now, and that's what I
Yeah.
like. I like comments. I like the engagement on my
Yeah,
videos. I'm not
exactly.
too stuck on views and stuff like that.
Hmm.
I love engagement. I love reading the comments. I love input and stuff like that. Um, that's what I get a kick off of the you know what people enjoy about it, what people also want to bring to the table. Not just constant, people. I love people's opinion, whether even
Hmm.
with your opinion on me, I don't get mad. I don't get mad when you say I'm on my knees to Danny and stuff like that. I don't get mad because that's just your opinion, and some people gonna feel that way. You might feel that way, but then there's 1,000 other people that might feel different. So to
Yeah,
each his own.
absolutely.
I ain't gonna be here to cry, bitch, and complain about how somebody feel about me being biased toward. Yeah, in a way, yeah, you will be biased. Yeah, I might be. You know what? I am biased towards Danny. I like her a lot, just like I'm biased
Mhm.
towards Ralph. Just like I'm biased towards a lot of different people. Like Madgie, when I first came on your first time I ever came on your platform, you kicked me off. You know why?
Mhm. Why?
Because all I said was Ralph is hilarious. At that point in time, you hated Ralph. So therefore, no, you got to
Oh,
get
damn.
this. You kicked me right off your goddamn panel. You kicked me square off. And all I said was that Ralph is hilarious. You told me I need to learn how to read the room and stuff like that. But months and years later, when you and Ralph is cool, if I jump on your panel and say Ralph is hilarious, you'll agree with me and be like, hey, Trevor, yeah, Ralph is something. He's special. But now that y'all on the
But
outs,
you're
if I
like
probably
you
say,
said,
you
you're a
probably like, nah,
troll.
fuck,
Probably
Ralph is
was I not
poo-poo.
question for you. Was I not insulting Ralph? And then you went and said Ralph is hilarious. And I think, and also what, and I'm so sorry, but how can you adore Ralph and Danny at the same time? How did you, how?
Because I started in those two chats. I didn't know nothing about nobody else aside
Mm-hmm.
outside of King World and stuff like that. Like, so
But
those were
when
my fun
Danny,
places to go after you talk in the chat. So now that's why I'm down. You understand the biasness. Like that's where I
yeah, but I'm
started. I
trying to
started out
understand.
with Ralph.
So you just ignore, like, let's
If I
say, let's say you have the thing with Ralph and Danny, you like both of them. Now there was a situation that happened between both of them. You just don't talk about it because you like both of them. Is that correct?
no, because I don't think it's entertaining. I think Ralph going at Jag is more entertaining. And as a
Mm.
as a production guy, I try to go with what I think is more funny. Like I don't
Because
the back of
the
like
thing will
if it's
get
not
a lot of you.
if it's not
Mm-hmm. G. Carson, can you
if it's
let
not
him
a good
talk?
story,
You should go on his platform. You don't need to be here. Please continue, Trevor.
I forgot what I was about to say.
I was saying like that you didn't talk about the conflict between. I think he did cover the Freeman stuff. Did you?
Me? No, I didn't cover the Freeman stuff. Oh yeah, I
Exactly. I
did, I
thought.
did, I did. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, I did cover the Freeman phone,
What
and
was
that was
your
the first
opinion
time I
of that?
actually covered Danny. I
Mm-hmm.
thought it was funny. I thought Ralph was tripping with the whole Rock Nation thing. But
Mm-hmm.
nonetheless, I thought it was funny because, mind you, Ralph and King World got into it over Danny. The same. Remember when Ralph came on your platform and said, "Yeah, Trevor Green said, yeah, I will work with you, but you got to stop messing with Danny and this, that, and the third." I didn't say those exact words. I said, "Leave Danny the fuck alone," and I wasn't saying that. Nonetheless, he went on King World's platform and was talking to him. That's how they fell out. King, he's like, "Yo, man, leave Danny Robinson alone." Yep, that's what Ralph Dwyer said. "Man, leave Danny Robinson alone." And then King World got in his ass, was like, "Yo, who the fuck is you talking? What? Who are you talking to? What? Man, let me explain something to you." And I was like, "Damn, but that's crazy because we all was cool and it was all about Alec Carter and Jag and shit like that." And then but King World can get like that sometimes. You know what I mean? And so the same thing happened. The same thing that happened with me and Ralph happened between King World and Ralph. So
Okay, wait. Like, wait. King World and Ralph got into a beef because Ralph wanted King World to leave Danny Robertson alone.
ask Ralph if I'm lying or not. I know you ain't
What?
talking, but it's true. It's true. I
What?
was in,
And
like I
then
was in
you
King.
had
I
a
was I
beef
was
with
in
Ralph.
King World. I
Why?
was in King World heavy. You said that who? I didn't have no beef with Ralph.
Okay, so when you say and then it happened with me and Ralph, what happened with you and Ralph? I'm confused.
Nothing happened with me and Ralph. All I said was me and Ralph were just talking. We was had a general regular conversation. I was on his live one time, and he had started getting into the Danny subject, and I was like, "Man, leave Danny the fuck alone." I said it just like that, "Man, leave Danny the fuck alone. Leave her alone." Yeah, cause she'll loop your shit. You better.
So
I wasn't
that
saying that for
point,
him to
Ralph
stop fucking
decided
with
that
her.
he
I'm
was
like, "Yo,
against
leave her the
Danny.
fuck alone."
So at that
Huh?
point, he was against Danny, and then he was talking about Danny, and then you told him leave her alone too.
I know I didn't say leave her alone. I didn't say you
Okay.
got to. Maybe because it's like a. I don't. I'm trying to explain it. I wasn't saying it like, "Hey, are you bullying her?" I said it the other way, like, "Nigga, leave her the fuck alone for she getting your ass," not the opposite way. And I meant it that way, and I still mean it that way because that's how I said it. And he knew how I said it. How I said it because I said it to him directly. Leave her. He know what I meant when I said leave her the fuck. Listen, I'm gonna say it slow so people understand how I'm saying it. Leave her the fuck alone. That's how I said it to him. You know what I mean? Call it what you want to call it, but I said it to him, and pretty much, and that's exactly what he said to King World. You know what I mean? Ralph didn't take it anyway. He didn't feel no type of way about it. He just was like, "Nah," because it was just two men talking, and I gave him my point of view of the whole situation. You know what I mean? And that was it. I said what I said, and I left it alone. That's all it was. It wasn't me protecting her. It wasn't me protecting him. It was just me giving my opinion on the situation. Man, leave her the fuck alone. Do you leave her the fuck alone and do you? That's all. That's it.
Mhm. So yeah, so at that point, that's what happened with them, and then the Freeman situation happened. Is that correct?
Yeah, no, this was way before this was after the Freeman situation. The Freeman situation is when I actually started. The Freeman situation is the first time I ever covered Danny Robinson. That was the first time that I ever. That's when the chair first came about because that was a big topic at that point in time when I was doing my animations. That was the first time I strayed off of doing JAG content and I did something else. So once again, my first video that I did with the Freeman Farm situation, my comment section blew up. I probably got more comments in that video than I did doing Jaguar Wright videos. So that was like, oh shit, people like this content. So it's like, okay, let's keep it going. So now, like, you got to think of my mind frame right now. I'm not thinking as a subscriber all the time or a content creator because at that point in time, I'm not considering myself a content creator. I'm just consider myself somebody that's making these animations, making people laugh with a storyline. I don't even know what a content creator is. You know what I mean? So
So you saw
I
like
was still
a comedic
somewhat.
like opportunity. You saw a comedic moment. You were like, "Yo, that's funny as fuck."
Yes, let's entertain the people and see if they like it. And they liked it. It wasn't even let's entertain the sector. I didn't even know what a damn Jaguar Wright sector or BTS sector. I just found out about the BTS sector this year. My first BTS thing I ever did was with you, Madgie. That when I featured you and that when I strayed off of Jaguar Wright content, I did you, Ralph, and I think I did Danny. Put
Yeah,
y'all,
I
but yeah,
know.
I
I
wanted to
know,
do an experience.
Trevor. I know. That's why when I tell you, I know you ain't neutral. That's why I'm like, I know. But yeah, so
But
you
you know
did.
what?
Yeah. What did
Yeah,
you
and
say?
it's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong against. It's nothing wrong with that. It's not. I'm not gonna say I'm not neutral or neutral.
You're not
I
neutral,
just no. I just
but
like
you don't have to
storylines.
be.
And if the
You don't
storyline
have
is
to be.
if the storyline is if the
Hmm.
storyline is appealing to me, then I think it's going to be appealing to other people. That's it. So I
Hmm.
pick and choose my content, of course, because I'm a playwright. I wrote movie scripts. I'm a writer. So I
Hmm.
know how to produce. I know how to put things in perspective. I know how to format stuff in my mind, especially. So, some of the stuff that I do, if I laugh at it, I know other people going to laugh at it. It's
Mm.
like,
And there is a
it's
lot
like,
of story that
it's like,
involves because
it's,
it's just funny that all your story that you find funny are the story where you can put Danny as a hero and not Danny as a loser. Like that's when I say
well,
that you lack that's when I say that you lack what is the name of that?
so you want me to put, so
Like that you're not
who do I put, who do
your
I,
buyer.
Yeah,
Mm?
but you know what? As I'm making all that stuff, when I'm putting Danny as a hero, and I got the Avengers music and that stuff. Yeah, I know that shit. I know that shit probably hurts your soul and stuff like that, just to hear
No,
the
it
music and stuff
doesn't.
like that.
It
Because,
doesn't. You know what hurt my
okay,
soul?
yeah,
You know what hurt my soul? You know why I don't find you neutral? Because let's say when Danny keeps on losing in court, and God knows she be losing, that was a big storyline. People were talking about it nonstop. You
but was it
never did.
funny?
You
Was it
never did.
funny?
It
It
was
wasn't funny to
hilarious. It
me.
was
It wasn't
hilarious. It was hilarious. Okay,
to
so
you.
you,
To
to
you.
most
To you.
people,
So
like a
now
lot of
I can't.
people were
I
talking
can't.
about
No,
it.
wait.
Like I
Hold
said,
on. Hold on.
Trevor,
Hold
I
on.
want you.
Hold
You're
on,
not
man.
gonna let me.
Hold
You're not
on.
gonna let me finish. Okay.
Second. Hold on. Hold on. For you, it was hilarious. For me, being a stand-up comedian, my opinion on what I think is funny, I go with. I don't think me cover like I don't like
So
you was talking about Lacey. I don't even know who Lacey is. So why would I cover
okay,
Lacey?
okay, but
That.
you know who
Just using
Danny
that
is.
for an
So
example.
my question is, everything that
Huh?
you find funny, the thing that you find funny is when Danny is the winner.
That don't necessarily have to be a funny. It can be part of the storyline. Things in between can be funny.
Like I said, it's Trevor, and I don't want you to be offended. I don't want you to be no, no, no. I think you are aware that
I'm only
you are aware of what you're
only
doing,
only
Trevor.
way
You're stupid.
Only way you
You're
can
not
offend me
stupid.
is if you keep talking over me and you don't let me talk. That's the only way you can offend me. That's the only thing that upsets me is when I'm trying to make a point and you won't let me because it's like you can't understand if you don't listen.
Okay.
So I want you to understand that I don't want to just be babbling out stuff and you just making your own assumption of things based on how you feel inside as opposed to hearing my point of view. That's all I'm saying.
Okay. I'm sorry if you felt like that. I do
Like
have a
a
problem with
lot of the
interrupting
things
people.
a lot of the
I do
things,
have a
listen,
problem.
I'll break it down to you like this. A lot of the things that you see bad in Danny, I probably don't see because I don't entertain it because it's not productive for me when it comes to me doing my content because I try to stick with storylines that fit that I can make a transition into a joke or things like that. Like it's not like okay, let me talk about Danny Lawsuit. I don't know shit about Danny Lawsuit, and I'm in the black tea sector. And it's not because I don't want to know. It's just because it's just not appealing to me. It's a lot. I don't know shit about Ralph, moon, stars, and quasars and stuff like that because that's not appealing to me. I don't know about a lot of stuff. I don't know a lot about what a lot of people got going on if it's not entertaining to me. That's all, and that's just my point
Okay.
of view as how I'm looking at it when I'm creating my content. It's not that I'm biased or neutral, or and then I can see why you think I am, or people might see I am biased towards Danny or anybody else. You know what I mean?
Mhm. No,
It's a hero and a
Danny.
villain. Magic, I
Yes, you
think you
have
make a good
decided.
villain. I think you make an excellent villain.
Yes, I can tell, Trevor. That's why I
No,
keep on telling
that's
you.
based on what I said.
What
But
I keep on telling you,
you've called
Trevor.
yourself a villain
Can I
plenty of times.
finish now? You keep on interrupting me too. You
Yes, ma'am.
realize, that, right? Okay, so I let you finish your thought. Now I want to say something. Is that okay with you?
I am listening.
Okay, thank you. So, like I said, your storyline is that I am the villain and that anyone that is against Danny is the villain. She's always the hero. When in a lot of storyline, you can see her losing, you can see her being the villain, you can see her being a terrible piece of crap, and you will never show that, which is why I know, Trevor, that you are biased. I don't have a I have a problem with it because I don't like that you call yourself neutral. If you were to say, hey, my storyline is that Danny is the hero and everyone else is the villain that goes against her, I will respect you more. But the fact that you hide yourself into that, oh, I'm neutral, or it's not interesting, I'm not, no, it's not that it's not interesting, it's that that storyline makes her the villain. And you don't want her to be the villain in your storyline. And that is,
Well, and one of
I would admire you more if you were just admitting that.
okay, and one of
Like
my storylines,
he is not the
you were
hero.
the hero of the
Like the
game.
fact that you call me the villain shows to me that clearly you're going from the Danny point of view. Because what have I ever done that was villainous?
Called yourself a
Um,
villain.
What?
You called yourself a
Fine.
villain.
Okay. I said if you want me to be the villain, I will be the villain of your dream. That's what I said. So I repeat again, you saying I am a good villain is because I am the villain in Danny's story. I
Well,
am not a villain. I am not a villain. Trevor,
I say that
Trevor, I'm
respectfully.
not a villain. So tell me
I,
what did I do that was villainous?
okay, you called yourself a villain.
Trevor, except saying that I am the
You called
villain if you
yourself a
want me
villain. That's what you,
okay, give another thing.
because you called yourself. That's why I said it. The only reason why I said it is because I was like, damn, you know what? I need to make Madgie a little villain joint so she can really be the villain. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking
You
storyline. I'm
keep
not
on
thinking
saying,
outside the box
okay,
or anything like
there
that.
is
Or
a reason why. There
like
is
no,
a
I just
reason
thought
why.
it made for back and forth. It made for back and forth content with the hero and the villain. The same way you was the hero
Why am
when
I the
you and
villain?
Lady T confronted
Why am I
Jag
the
at the
villain?
awards, and y'all got
Why
her
am
ass.
I the villain? Why am I the villain?
Yourself a villain.
Like I said, you have nothing to provide except the fact that I call myself a villain, which is nothing. Because I keep on telling you that
You
since
don't.
people want me to
Yeah.
be since
Okay.
people want me to be the
And
villain, I say, you want me to be the villain of your
I'm
dream.
not
I don't give
thinking
a
like
fuck.
you.
What did you
Yeah,
say?
exactly. So therefore, you didn't care. You accepted being. You accepted
No,
you didn't
no.
care. You accepted the villain role.
I
In my
said,
mind,
okay,
no, listen. In my mind, storyline
Trevor,
purposes,
Trevor, you're literally acting like you're full of shit. Hello, cat. Hello, cat. Okay,
why
so
why am I acting like
yeah, I
all
want
of
you to
you
give
asked me
me
a question? I
another
answered it.
reason. I want you to give me another reason. I'm asking you to give me the actual
I don't.
villainous
I don't. I don't have
action
it.
that I've
Mag,
done.
Maggie,
So I
Maggie.
have not done anything to be the
I
villain.
don't have. Lord,
So I've done nothing
you
to be the
finished.
villain, and yet I'm the villain.
You
Because
called yourself. I
I
didn't
can
say
give
you
you,
was a
oh
villain.
my
I said
god,
you were meant for a good villain
I
because
can give you five
I can,
reasons. Like Danny calls herself the hero, and God knows she's not the hero. So I repeat, I
I
can
don't care. I
give
don't
me
care about your
villainous.
5 reasons that she's a
Ooh,
hero.
give me villainous
I don't
action. Is
care
that
about
so
your five
hard?
reasons why she's a hero. I'm not thinking about that. I'm thinking about a storyline in which you said that you was a villain.
I repeat
I'm not saying
again.
that in a bad way.
I repeat again. You made me the villain in your videos. Okay, when you do the black tea sector, you make me the villain, but you don't even know why I'm the villain. You know that's
You're not the
ridiculous, right?
villain in the Black Tea Sector videos. You got to watch my videos
Oh
before you
my
make that comment, Matt. You're not the
god.
villain.
Oh
You're
my
not the
god.
villain.
This man is. You're kind of. Are you lost? I'm
Nope,
lost.
nope,
Okay.
nope. Nope. I'm not. You know, you're not the villain in my videos or my Black Tea Sector video. Like, ask your audience, ask your people who watch it, ask your people who watch it. Don't ask me, ask your people. You're not the villain.
Okay, so I'm not the villain, but she's the hero. Is that correct?
I did a video about Sammy, where you're chewing her ass up, calling her all types of Delulu and stuff like that. That's not a
She is
villain.
Delulu. But at the end of the day, who is your hero?
I did the BTS awards where you and Lady T was jumped on Jaguar Wright ass at the end of the show. That wasn't being a villain. Like, so I don't.
So
I mean,
moral of the story: I'm not the villain of your story, Trevor.
say this again.
I'm not the villain of your story. Shit.
No, man, not at all.
Mm-hmm.
You're just a character. You're just a character. That's
I'm not a character. I'm a real person, Trevor.
I'm talking about for my content, you're a character just like everybody else. I'm a character in my
video.
video.
Is dying. My phone is dying. I appreciate you for coming up, Trevor, but I am at 4%. Can you come back tomorrow?
And I appreciate and I'm glad you let me come up here and clear the whole
and I appreciate the conversation we had. I appreciate that. And like I said, you're really talented. I actually mean it from the bottom of my heart.
I appreciate that. So
okay,
not just me, everybody keep up the good work. Keep creating content and keep it moving. That's all.
I just realized even if I plug it, it's too late now. So I love you guys. Sorry, guys. Love you guys. Appreciate you, Trevor Green. Appreciate you. Bye.